home, you try this too. I'd like you to take a deep breath, which is hard for me to do in this outfit without causing a scandal. But take a deep breath in and then let it out through your mouth like you're blowing out a birthday candle. So it's like this. What that does is it stimulates your vagus nerve, not your vagus nerve, which is where you wake up in a hotel room with a sex worker and no money. But the vagus nerve, which regulates our central nervous system. So when you breathe in deeply and then breathe out in a controlled manner, it gets you nice and psychically aligned. So I can just jump into the sock drawer of your soul and rummage around and tell you what's going on. Okay, so the psychic weather works like this. The first card is for the first part of the week, which starts today. The second card, I think you're getting the hang of this, is for the second part of the week, which is, weekend-ish. The third card is for the end of the week, sort of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And if you're watching this, it applies to you. If you're listening to this, this applies to you. There are no accidents. Well, there are occasionally accidents, but not in this show, they're not. Oddly, because I always take the first three cards I pull, I never pre-arrange it. I never, I fight fair, is what we're saying here. So the cards I pull before the show for you guys are the cards. And strangely, the first card today is the Two of Cups. The Two of Cups, as you can tell, it's two people exchanging cups at the heart level. Now they're equal height, which means that they're equals. And that means that you might be either in or on the periphery of possibly thinking about getting into a relationship with somebody who you respect enormously, you're also very attracted to and have great conversation with. And what's better than that? The reason I say that is if you look at the card, you'll see that the golden cup extends from the throat chakra, which is communication, so that's great conversation, goes down through the heart chakra. I'm sorry, I have art nails because I've been doing art all day, so forgive me. Goes down through the heart chakra, which is obviously romance and love, goes down through the solar chakra, which is sort of self-confidence. So this person is somebody, if you're with them, it's a great thing. And if you're about to be with them, that's a great thing too, because this is somebody who gives you confidence, who is very supportive, and you have great conversation with, as well as other things, which we will go into, because this is a family show. Admittedly, it's the Addams Family, but there you go. I love doing that. This is interesting. The second card is about in the Zen tradition, Zen Buddhist tradition, there's a saying, chop wood, carry water. And what that means is sometimes you just have to get the little stuff done, as tedious and whatever it is. So you might be, doing the T word. I'm not going to say it in television. Okay, taxes. You might be, the next few days are about just getting stuff done. And just chopping wood, carrying water, not literally, although feel free if you want, who might have stopped you. But it's very much about tending to the details, the sort of ignominious details, the tedious details of life, because you're going to feel so much better, because I happened to see the card that's coming up before you did, and I know that what's happening next is awesome. There's some sort of big triumph coming up for you. And I'm not saying that because I'm some sort of TV psychic, although in fact I am a TV psychic, also a radio psychic, also an everyday psychic, also a mammal. This card is, for those of you listening at home, it's the Six of Wands. And the picture in the card is a guy, he's not wearing a horse. That would be weird. And this is a family channel. He's riding a horse that's wearing a green tablecloth. Okay, maybe it's not a tablecloth. It's a green cloth, but you could use it as a table. Anyway, and that symbolizes healing. He's holding a big stick. Don't go there. And on that stick is a kind of a laurel wreath. I can't say the letter L, by the way, so it sounds like I'm saying laurel wreath, and I'm sorry about that. Laurel wreath, which symbolizes, look, what this is a really good card, basically. I'm not going to bore you with the details. What this card means is you've been sort of fighting either an artistic battle or a battle at work or something that has to do with your reputation. And frankly, you're coming out smelling like roses. It's really good. So there's some sort of, also, if you've been battling some sort of illness, there's going to be an upswing or a breakthrough, and your illness is either going to sort of suddenly get better or turn out to be much less bad than you thought it was, or you might just heal spontaneously. This is a very accurate card because I was with a friend today with whom that happened. So I'm praying for that for all of you. Woohoo! Okay, my darling. Is it Anissa, right? Are you still there?
Right. I'm still here.
Awesome, Possum. Now, I can barely hear you because I had a little microphone malfunction earlier. So if just know that, but you can hear me, right?
Right, I can.
That's a yes, right? Okay, awesome,
yes.
Thank you. Now, I like to connect to people through their birthdays. So tell me when your birthday is, please.
March 19th.
Oh my gosh, I'm March 18th. You're March 19th. Rock on, girl.
Wow. Wow.
Us March 18th and 19th girls have to stick together. I know, right? That's so cool. I've never had anybody with a birthday close to mine in the show, and I've been doing this a while now. I'm so happy you're here. Yay. Just so you know, we're in the Scorpio part of Pisces. So, you know, you might know some Pisces girls who are very delicate, or some Pisces girls who are very sort of fragile. We're the badass of Pisces. We're the girls who come in, get it done, and make it look easy, even though it seldom is. Okay, so what's your question, my angel?
Wondering if my current situation financially is going to get better.
That's a question a lot of us are thinking about right now. Yeah, you're going to have to take your game up a step. And you've got a perfectly good game. But do you do something like, not reception, but maybe you're a receptionist at a doctor's office? Are you something sort of to do with around healing?
No.
Do you do something? Okay, sorry. Well, I'm right 92% of the time, and that was the other 8%. Sorry about that. I feel like in your current position, somebody else is the manager, right? You need to be the manager.
Right.
The problem is that the people you're working for don't know how good you are because you're kind of being modest. Is that correct?
Sometimes, yes.
Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with, well, you know what? I think modesty is a highly overrated virtue, as you can tell from my outfit. But what I would like you to do is start to keep track, like get a little notebook, or you could write it on your phone. God, I just sounded so 1995 there. Keep track on your phone of what you do and speak up a little more sort of in meetings. Draw a little more positive attention to yourself because people really like you. But you can be a little quiet at times. Yes?
Right, yes.
Yeah. Well, remember, we are the badasses of the Pisces universe. So what I want you to do is close your eyes, take a deep breath, and get in touch with your inner badass, because trust me, Anissa, she's there. She really is. It also feels like you've got a talent that you're not using. Do you have some sort of artistic talent? Can you tell me what that is?
I don't. I have no artistic talent. None that I'm aware of.
Are you sure?
Yeah, none that I'm aware of.
Are you a person who can do other people's hair and makeup?
No, I do no hair and makeup at all.
I think you've got... Okay, well...
I'm pretty plain.
I feel like you've got some sort of artistic talent. It doesn't have to be artistic. You don't have to go be Leonardo da Vinci. You're not plain. You're just modest. And I want you to stop being modest and start thinking about how great you are, because I think you're awesome. And I hardly know you, but I think you're awesome. And I think people who know you think you're very awesome indeed. So here's what I'm going to suggest. I think there's, as I said, I want you to draw a little more attention to yourself at work. I do think there's going to be job reviews soon in March. What I would do is go into your job review and be prepared. So you want to come in with a list of all the little things that you've done and all the big things you've done. And you don't have to be pushy about it. You can just say, hey, I think I'm starting to be really valuable here. Here's why I think that. I feed the company goldfish. I tight wire walk across the office at 9 p.m. every morning. Okay, PM isn't in the morning. We're going to forget that I said that. I am very good at managerial stuff, and I think I could be even more effective here if you gave me a little more responsibility, and PS, a lot more money. You don't have to say it just like that, but do you understand what I'm saying here?
Right, yes.
Does that make sense to you, my love?
It does, yes, it does.
Cool. I'm so glad, because I think you're going to get a little bump up in March. I actually think that if you do that, and I'm not kidding here, because people like you do really well in the office, but you've got some managerial capacities that aren't being used. And I think you can take more responsibility and really enjoy stepping into some leadership here at your work. Even if it doesn't seem, even if when I say leadership, you think like, oh, she's telling me to be the CEO. No, I'm not. What I am suggesting, I'm not telling you, even though I'm pointing my finger, which is a bad habit. Okay, I've stopped. What I am suggesting here is that you tap into your inner leadership, i.e. badass, and that you understand that you're more powerful and more effective than you're giving yourself credit for. Also, I would get into work 15 minutes early to a half hour early. Do you get in right at the dot?
Okay.
Yeah. And the last thing I'd say is, this is a real suggestion. Somebody told me to do this, and then I'm going to let you go, but I really enjoyed meeting you. And I'm so glad we have the same birthday. I'll think of you on March 19th, and I'll sing happy birthday, Anissa. There's one more thing I want to tell you. Somebody told me this when I was working in publishing. I was in corporate. I worked for Scholastic for a long time. And I was a little stuck in terms of management. And they said, bring in cupcakes every Friday, no matter what. And I did. And I got a raise in 3 weeks. So it's the little things we do at work that count. Okay. Thank you, my angel. I'm really glad you called.
Thank you.
And take care. And let me know how you're doing, because I really do care. I'm at Perry Lyons on Facebook, PERILYONS. Ta-da!
All right, I will. Thank you.
Please do. Take care, my love. Mwah. And that color looks great on you, by the way. Okay. Now we have a lovely person from, it looks like Manitoba, but my producer flashed their name so fast that I didn't get to see it. So, oh, Marie, nice name. I love Canadians.
Hello.
I have a real Canadian thing. I have a thing for Canadians. Hello, my angel. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I am awesome. All the better for you being here. So, as you probably picked up, I'm having a little trouble hearing. So so just forgive me for that. Bloody Amazon delivered the wrong headsets this morning. So I'm suing Jeff Bezos. That'll go well.
Very good.
I like to connect to people through their birthdays. So can you tell me when your birthday is?
September 1st.
Oh, Virgos. My second favorite sign after Pisces, which has to be my favorite sign because I am one. But Virgos are the most misunderstood sign. my producer just flashed a little thing that said, Alexa, sue Jeff Bezos. So, which I thought was awesome. Here's the thing about Virgos that most people don't get. People think that you guys are like the uptight sign, or that you perfectionistic or have obsessive compulsive disorder. I'm not saying that isn't true sometimes. What you guys are really about is you're about purity, idealism, and living your sort of spiritual ideals in the day-to-day, earth world. Does that make sense?
It sure does.
I thought so. I just got that vibe about you. I love Virgos. So my angel, how can I help you today? What's your question?
Oh, well, I have a few questions, actually. First question would be just the insecurity that my daughter's having in our relationship, and it's really affecting me. And just wondering if we can get any sense of that.
Yeah. No, I totally understand what you're saying. Also, you're blaming yourself for your daughter's insecurity. Is that correct? You think like, what did I do wrong? Is she insecure in her relationship, or in her relationship, or insecure in her relationship with you? I just want to be clear about that. Which is it?
No, in her relationship with her significant other.
Okay.
I'm there for her. I support her, and
oh, you're totally there for her. You are so there for her. And forgive me if I'm talking over you. I'm reading the captions. I'm having a little trouble hearing you.
Yes, there's quite a lag in the conversation.
Yeah, sorry about that. I'll speak faster. Okay, here's what I'm going to say. How old is she? I get a 7, but I'm not sure if it's 17 or 27. How old is she? Oh, she's 20, so it's right in between there.
29.
I don't know. I think my spirit guides have been. Oh, she's 29. Okay, she looks 27. Here's what I'm getting. I'm getting that she feels this guy is a little out of her league in some way. Is that correct?
Not really. He's just all over the place. And he has, I think he's not totally committed, and yet they're together and they have children.
No, he's not totally committed. And I think the more he's not out of her league. Okay, let me put it this way. Okay, hold on. I'm just hearing what my guides are saying. Give me 1 second. My guides are saying this. My guides are saying that it's not that she feels he's out of her league. She just has become mildly obsessed with having him make a commitment to her, which makes total sense. But I think she's kind of stressing that she's become just like, it's like tunnel vision about that. Is that correct?
Well, it's possible, but I mean, she does well on her own with the children. I mean, she's looking after his 2 other kids.
Oh, I know she does well with the children,
so, yeah, but a lot of times she tells me that she doesn't care about what he does, but yet, he needs to be there for them. And it doesn't appear to be that way, so it's frustrating.
That must be frustrating, because if she's taking care of his kids, I think one of the problems might be that your daughter's an angel. I think she sounds like just a lovely person.
You got that right on.
You know so well, she's putting up with too much from him. She's taking too much from him. He's not that great a guy, just between you and me. I'm not a fan, but you didn't hear that from me, and certainly not on TV.
You hear it from me.
I think that Yeah, so we're on the same page here. I sort of want him out of there in a rocket because honestly, I think he's taking advantage of her. And I think that how can I put this? I'm sorry, the microphone thing is a little difficult, so bear with me. Thank you for your patience. You're an angel too. I see where she gets it. She's a lovely person. The other thing is she could kind of have anybody she wants. She's a very attractive girl. She really is. And I'm not just saying that because she's your daughter. I'm saying that because it's her. Is that true?
Oh, very much so. Beautiful in and out.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting. She's really beautiful. She's got gorgeous eyes and beautiful cheekbones. And she's got a very nice figure, which is very unusual these days. Yeah. Okay. I know she says she doesn't care about what he does. So let me tell you a secret about human beings. We don't tell the truth about our feelings. We just don't. That's I don't know why, but we don't. And interestingly, what I've noticed, I've been doing this for a long time. And not that long, but I've been doing this for 15, 20 years now. And what I've noticed is that people will tell you the exact opposite of how they feel. And they believe it. When she says, I don't care about what he does, she is independent, don't get me wrong. But she cares very much about what he does. And she is kind of making her self-esteem a little too dependent on him. I would like her to not stop taking care of the children. I'm not like, put them out in the street for recycling. That's not what I'm saying. But I would like her to start scheduling conversations with him. And one thing I will say is this is a very vain man. This is a man who's got a big ego. Am I correct?
Correct.
Yeah, okay. Big ego. I don't like him. I'm sorry. I just don't. I think he's really taking advantage of her. She could do so much better. Here's the good news. I think they are going to break up within the next 2 years, probably sooner than 2 years if she puts her foot down. Because if she starts setting boundaries with him, he's going to be like, see ya. But she needs to start off slow and have a conversation with him like once a week where she just says, look, you need to arrange for childcare. I've got a life. I love you. I love your kids. I love our kids. Have they got 2 kids or 3 together?
They have. Well, he has
3.
They have 2 kids together, and he has 2 kids from a previous relationship.
Yeah, he has 2. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. He has 2 from a previous. Okay, they're gonna break up. She's gonna find somebody better, and it's sooner than 2 years. I actually think they'll probably break up in about 6 months. So don't worry too much about it. She just has to put her foot down, and she has to stop telling herself that she's not acting like an independent woman. She's acting like somebody who's letting herself be taken advantage of, and she's better than that. She's not only good looking on the inside and good looking on the outside, she's smart, and she's good at what she does. So what I'd like her to do is start setting boundaries with him, and because he's very vain, here's my advice. She should start out by buttering the living daylights out of him. You're so handsome. You're so great. All right, I think that's our time, but I love my cherished ducklings. Thank you for calling. Get back in touch with me, and I'll do another 10 minutes for you. And that color looks great on you. Mwah. Bye, guys.
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for Guide to Light with Martina Billing. Live from guidetolight.com.au. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Guide to Light on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello everyone, welcome to Guide to Light. This is my first show with the amazing A1R Psychic Radio and Moonstruck TV. It is such a pleasure to be part of such a progressive network. So, my name is Martina and I am a psychic mentor, a mother, and a psychic app development creator. So, my passion is teaching people how to open up their beautiful psychic minds and to help them have many benefits in their life from these amazing abilities. I love reading tarot cards and I'm a great lover of them. I've been reading them for years. I've been a psychic medium who does platform mediumship, pretty much done everything. I love all divination tools. I'm really excited to be here today and I'm really happy to read for anyone who would like to maybe ring in and ask a question and talk a bit about psychic development and about different things that we can do with our psychic abilities. So, if anybody would like to call in, please let me know, someone. But if not, I can definitely move on. So I can start off with a reading for some different zodiac signs, and we can start off now. So we'll do just the 4 elements, so I won't have to do the whole 12 of the zodiac signs. And what we'll do is we will start with air signs, which is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. And this will be for the coming week, so we'll do 3 cards: what to move away from, what to move towards, and what will be helpful for you in the coming week. Okay, so air signs, air signs. If that's you, this is for you. Okay, so air signs, what to move away from, sitting and doing nothing. Okay, so we have here the Knight of Pentacles. Now, this is a card of patience. Maybe it's time to start moving on and to stop being so patient with things. Sometimes we need to employ a little action into our lives to get things moving rather than waiting for them to happen, okay? And now what we want to move towards. We have the 5 of Pentacles reversed. Okay, I'll just bring that there so you can see it. Now, what that's telling me is to move towards things that make you feel safe. And I think that when we are in a comfortable state of mind or when we are feeling quite safe, we can start making better decisions and we can definitely move forward, okay? So I'm feeling like for air signs this week that the stationary time or the moment of stasis is over and it's time to move forward. Okay, so now what we can expect, we've got the Hermit here. Okay, oh, we've got someone calling in. Okay, so I can finish that after. Sorry, this is my first time. So what we might do is I'll just finish that quick reading for the air signs. So what will be helpful for you is to forge forward without waiting for anyone else. You've got all the skills and tools to do it, okay? So I'd love to take a caller if they're ready. Mary. Hi, Mary.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, darling. Greetings from the Gold Coast in Australia.
Oh, wow, that's awesome. So,
where are you from, Mary?
I'm from Michigan, Owasso, Michigan, USA.
Oh, wonderful. And what would you like a reading on today, darling?
Well, there's a specific date every year, and it happens to be today. That's significant.
Yeah.
And I just wondered if there was anyone that would be coming through. There's 2 people that are important for this day.
Okay, then. So you're after mediumship, are you, darling?
Yes.
Okay, so I don't usually do mediumship live like this, but you know what? I do actually have a lady here. Now, she's an older lady presenting in her late 60s to 70s, early 70s, and she's actually got white hair, but it's quite curly, and she's got false teeth. Would that lady resonate with you at all?
Not the person I was thinking of, but another person, yes.
Okay, this lady's also quite dexterous. She used to make things with her hands. So that probably like crocheting, knitting, or little fiddly little things. Like I can see her using her hands. Okay? Would that resonate with you, darling?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to bring this lady through because I know that we have to keep our eye on the time. And I'm just going to see if there's any messages coming from her. I don't usually get to pick who comes through, unfortunately, but this lady is stepping forward quite quickly, so we'll have a look what she's got to say. Okay, darling? Just give me a little minute. Just do a little scribble. What she is indicating is, okay, so she's bringing the thing forward with her hand. She is indicating to me that you need to start taking your time with something that you're doing. And I feel like it might be something to do with your hands. So I don't know whether it's a hobby or whether you have a job that you use your hands, but she's saying you need to slow down and start taking your time with it and getting the appreciation and getting the joy back out of it. Would you understand that message?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm just going to bring some cards through so she can speak through the cards so I can get that message a little bit quicker for you, sweetheart. I'm just going to keep tuning into her. So bear with me. Okay, so what she is also showing me, I'm just getting a visual here from her, is the signing of contracts or documents, or maybe it's just writing in hand because not many people write in hand anymore. She's showing me documents that need to be signed or you writing something. Would you understand handwriting something? Is there any contractual things coming up or documents that need to be signed?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I'm just going to channel into this lady. She's quite pleasant. Okay, so what the messages is coming through? And she's saying you really, okay, thank you, Spirit. She's coming through with taking your time with this signing, okay? You need to, I don't know if they say it in the States, but you need to cross all your T's and dot all your I's and make sure that everything's all lined up in a row, okay? So maybe going back over things or taking your time and thinking things over, okay? That is her message coming for you.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just going to pull some cards for you, my darling.
Okay.
And I'm just going to see if she's got anything else while I'm shuffling. Would you understand that this lady was quite an avid gardener, that she took pride in her garden or did a lot of gardening, grew things?
I believe so.
Because she's pointing out something in your garden or there's something to do with you gardening, whether you're not taking care of it or you're not doing something properly. Would you understand that?
Oh, yeah. I would.
All right. She's just acknowledging what's going on. Okay, so what she is probably, okay, sorry, excuse me for a second. She's talking quite fast. The reason she's pointing this out, Spirit worked through me in a way of like little parables. So the garden, it represents life. And what she's saying is you need to start taking your time and look at the little details. If you're wanting to move forward with your life, you need to start taking time and planning ahead. As you would plant a garden, you would plant the seeds, you would nurture the seeds, and then you would have growth and come forth into a beautiful blooming garden. There's a few things that she's trying to sort of bring through in like a lot of information through quickly, which is telling me just that there's a strong message for you that you do need to take your time and plan and plot your things out before you're moving forward. It's almost like you're trying to leapfrog things, but she's wanting you to slow down, take the time, rethink things or think over things. Okay, would you understand that message, darling?
Yes, I do.
Okay, all right. Would you like me to pull you some cards? Thank you, Spirit.
Yes, please.
Okay, let's have a look at what you need to know right now, Mary. Mary in Michigan.
Yeah.
Okay, my sweetheart. So we have the Seven of Wands, the Nine of Pentacles reversed, and we have the Temperance card. So what this is telling me in the Seven of Wands we have here is that you've been beaten from pillar to post. There's been a lot going on. It's been coming from all different angles, okay? Now we've got the 9 of Pentacles reversed, which is telling me you've had to make a lot of sacrifices because of this to get through whatever you've been going through the position that you've been fighting for on the higher ground. But one thing I can tell you, Mary, is you've got Temperance here. So what's coming for you is balance, my darling. So you'll be able to start filling your cup again. Fill yours first, and then you can start filling others. Stop filling everyone else's cup first and get that balance back in your life and take yourself as a priority, sweetheart. Would you understand that, my darling?
Okay. Yes, I do.
Okay. All right, I'm going to pull an oracle card for you just to give you a little message. Okay. These are my numerology deck, and they are just so awesome because they're just one word, so you can just cut through the BS pretty quick with these cards. Okay, so let's get a beautiful word for Mary to have on her mind. Okay. Personal growth, Mary. This is you. You're moving into a growth period. There's a number 7, so that's spirituality. That number is of spirituality. There's a growth coming for you this year, Mary, and personal growth is going to be a part of it. It's about teaching yourself again what you're available for and what you're no longer available for, sweetheart. Okay?
Okay.
And that's letting everyone else know around you what you're available for and what you're not available for. Okay?
Yeah.
I hope that resonates with you, sweetheart.
It does. It really does. Thank you.
You're so welcome, Mary. Have a beautiful day or night wherever it is over there.
Thank you.
I think it's night time.
Yeah, it's night.
Bye, sweetheart.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. I'll move on to a reading for the water signs. So we've got Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, the water signs. So this will be for my husband, who's a Cancer. Okay, Cancer. What to move away from? We have the Hierophant, okay, and we've got it reversed, which is indicating to me to move, like moving away from authority or from anyone who's stepping over you is definitely what you need to be moving away from. So people who are telling you what to do, what you need to move towards is things that you are uncomfortable with, pushing yourself and pushing your boundaries. We have the 8 of Swords here. So pushing those boundaries is really important. And then we have the 6 of Swords, which is your advice, and that's to move on from things that are holding you back. And I think we're all aware of the things holding us back. Okay, so I just saw that my time's running out. So I'll just finish off today by saying thank you so much for tuning in. And I will finish off with the other ones later. I'll time myself a lot better. But please check out my app called Guide to Light and go to your favorite app store and just type in Guide to Light, or add me on Facebook, Martina Billick, Psychic Medium. And I appreciate you being here today.
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for Medicine for Your Spirit with Raylene Byrne. Raylene Byrne. Live from RayleneByrne.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, ask1radio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Medicine for Your Spirit on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Namaste, everybody. It's Raylene Byrne, Medicine for Your Spirit. Here we are on this beautiful new moon in September, new moon in Virgo. So just a very quick update because there's a lot going on. Energetically, I mentioned last month that we were having a really big steam clean for all of ourselves energetically, which means that a lot of the old dross, the old stuff that's been very impacted and pushed down very deep within our awareness, our psyche, our subconscious, was being loosened up and brought to the surface. And so the first couple of weeks of this month, it has been very murky and muddy, very unclear. So it's starting to settle with this new moon. So there's a lot more energy that will start bubbling up through us in the next day or two. We also have this, that little problem or that little thorn in our sides that we have, a few times a year, the Mercury retrograde. Well, it's going direct. So now things will start to move again. We'll start to feel more energized and a bit clearer. There are going to be a couple more earth burps, I call them, between the end of this month and next month. And we've just had the horrific earthquake over in Morocco, and we've had the flood in Libya. So I feel like there's another one to come yet. The earth is, showing us a lot of chaos, which is what's in all of us. So we've got to steady ourselves. So what I wanted to mention today on this new moon, everyone likes to set new intentions. And what I've found in the last 12, 18 months working with my clients is a lot of people come to me and say, I've set an intention. I've set these intentions, but nothing's working. Nothing's working. There's no change. So we go back in and we go, okay, what state were you in when you set your intention? Were you in fear, desperation, worry, stress, reactive? Often we will set intentions because we want something magical to happen in our life. So there's potency and real power when we set an intention from a very calm, heart-connected, grounded self. So I suggest, especially between now and the end of the year, when it comes to new moons or setting intentions, because really you can set them anytime. You don't have to wait for a moon to be a certain way. You can set them anytime. But there seems to be, rituals around this, new moon, full moon. So if you can, spend a little bit of time preparing. Get yourself into a beautiful, relaxed heart state before you set your intentions. You will have way more clarity and it'll be way more potent. So one of the things I like doing is the alternate nostril breathing, Nadi Shodhana. It's a very beautiful process because it calms the mind. It really calms the brain, the hemispheres of the brain, calms your nervous system, and it brings you into a point of, here I am. And then you can make your intentions from there or sit for a moment. What is the most important thing for me moving forward? What is the next best thing for me? What is that I am willing to do? What actions am I willing to do to create change so I can have something different or better or move towards something that I would love to experience in my life? Coming from a very grounded, heart-centered place, you will have beautiful, powerful intentions. And once you've set your intention, once you've written it out, I like to write them out, you can fold them up. And if anyone's heard me before, I like to light a candle and stick the intention under the candle and light it each day for that next week. Or you can go and plant them. Plant them in your garden or plant them in a pot plant. That's a really nice thing to do too, because you want to plant the seed of intention. You want that energy to grow. So just be mindful and present on this new moon. It is a powerful moon to set some intentions between now and the end of the year. And next week we do have the equinox coming, the beautiful in the Northern Hemisphere, the autumn equinox, Southern Hemisphere, the spring equinox. So it's always a point of harmony and balance. Our Earth has a 365-day dance around the sun. And there are only 2 days in that whole 365 days that are dedicated to balance or harmony, and they're the equinoxes. So we've got one coming up, so it'd be really nice to do something special then to celebrate your achievements, your growth, where you've come from, where you're going. So keep that in mind for that time. I do have a caller on the line. Her name is Amanda, and she's from Texas. Hi, Amanda. How can I help or be support or offer guidance for you?
Hello. Hi, thank you for having me.
Nice to hear your voice.
Thank you so much. Yes, I've been waiting to have the time for the reading, so I appreciate you giving me a little bit of your time tonight.
You're welcome. So what's your question or your concern, or how can I help? I'll see what I can do. I can only do the best I can do.
Yes, I'm just really excited, okay, because we're having a gender reveal this weekend. But I kind of already feel I know what it is. And I'm getting a second grandchild soon in February. So I've already had one reading about it in the past before she was, before it came into existence. But I'm just wondering if we're right. And what do you see for my next grandchild?
Okay, so you're a little bit muffled, but what I'm hearing you say is you've got another grandchild coming?
Yes.
And you're wondering what it is?
Yes.
Okay, well, first of all, congratulations. Grandchildren are the best medicine ever on the planet. I have 4 earthside and 1 upstairs, and they're the best fun ever. What I'm going to say is I don't like doing prophetic stuff purely because you can plant seeds of restriction or limitations. What I will say is this beautiful baby coming through, if you've got a feeling of what it is, go with your own feeling, trust your own feeling. But also underneath it, just remember that this little soul that's chosen your family, its parents, its grandparents, its siblings, its community, is a beautiful being of light. And it's going to bring a lot of joy and a lot of love and a lot of fun for everyone. And so whether it's a boy or whether it's a girl, really the important thing is that it is a being that is loved and honoured and celebrated, and allow that beautiful energy that they bring in to bless your lives and to bring that open your hearts, because that's what babies do. It doesn't matter whether they're boys or girls. They open our heart. And that's the best medicine they bring through. So I'm not going to say boy or girl because it doesn't really matter.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because I'm going to love it either way.
Yeah. It's just, I know people like to plan ahead, but you know what? In these days, especially with all the cuckoo going on in the world, let's just stay with nice pastel neutral colours. Lemons and pale greens and white.
Yes.
If you're looking at planning. No, I think congratulations anyway. It's always such a beautiful event when children come through, babies come through. So, yes, I don't know I know it's a question, I get that, but I just feel it's irrelevant what gender they come in as. It's the light body that they are. And I will say there's lots of very, very powerful, beautiful souls.
Did you possibly receive a name? Or what the baby's name may be?
No, look, I don't like doing that. I'll be really clear with you, Amanda. I don't like doing that type of stuff. The reason being is, as I said, it plants seeds of limitations. And what I believe, because this is what happened to me and it's happened to a few people, when you're getting closer to giving birth, when the mother's getting closer, often the name comes. that child or that soul will let you know. Because some of the work I do with people is our name frequency, the name that our soul hears in that very first moment when we're born, whether we change it down the track or not, that first moment when our soul hears its human name, its human resonance, it activates these frequencies that govern you for the rest of your life. And it's very important. That's why people's names are so important to the name that you have chosen as a soul at birth is very important because it's part of the lessons that your soul has to go through in this life. So what I will do for you, Amanda, as a special offering, as a gift and a blessing for this baby is send me your email address. And when the baby's born, or you know what the name is, I will then send you what the frequencies are. So what the special gifts and skills and talents are of this child that's coming through their first name, through their Christian name, because there's a shadow energy, a life purpose energy, and a higher purpose energy. And I would very lovingly love to do that for this new baby. Are you there?
Yes, I am.
So please do
I'm
that
here.
when you know the name, let me know and I can send you that information. It's very powerful because then you know how to work with this new soul.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Enjoy.
Yes, ma'am. Y'all too. Have a good night.
Okay, bye-bye. Isn't it great when you hear new babies and new souls coming onto the planet? Oh, it's so beautiful. So as I was saying to that lovely caller, Amanda, our name at birth is really important. You know, we have these different frequencies that activate. And when you understand the frequencies governing you through your life, some of the big lessons you've got to learn and where your soul is basically taking you, it really helps narrow down the confusion that we have around what am I meant to be doing, where am I meant to be going, what's supposed to be happening, why does this thing keep happening? We start to see where the patterns are. And then there's beautiful ways of navigating through that. It takes a lot of the confusion out. It is something that I do offer. If anyone is interested, drop me a line or send me an email. I'm happy to throw it your way so you can have a look at it. And if you want to know more, you can contact me where I'm at on my website, raylanebyrne.com. So finishing off today, I always love to remind people that the greatest medicine available to us is ourself. The medicine. We are our own medicine. Wherever we are in the world, there is medicine in our environment waiting for us. Sunshine, air, trees, plants, colours. We need to start seeing the medicine around us. You are the medicine for your spirit. This is Raylene Byrne signing off. Enjoy this new moon, and I'll look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye for now.
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for Sessions with Spirit with Gene Rose. Live from Facebook.com/Tarot Readings by Gene Rose. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, Facebook.com/Psychic Radio. Or one of our websites, AskOneRadio.com or Moonstruck.tv. This is Sessions with Spirit on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
With Zero, and we are doing Sessions with Spirit. Of course, with me, I will be doing tarot readings this evening. We'll see if we end up doing mediumship. I never know where the night takes us, so we'll kind of see. Guys, who had a heck of a time this past week? I'm telling you, it was that full moon that we had on the 25th. It was in Leo, and I'm a Leo. That was one of those moons where it was just like, hold on to anything that is nailed down. That was just the energy. It was heightened emotions. It was like anything that could go wrong did. It was just one of those, like I said, you had to hold on. So I'm so glad that that energy is just gone and it's dissipating, especially as we welcome a new month. That's really important. You know, new month, new goals. Remember that. Guys, we create 90% of our reality. And I know things happen in life that goes without saying. That's part of the 10% that we go through, because not everything we have control over. And that's something that we need to remember, especially when we're going through things, is that it's okay to not be okay. You see, even as a reader, I go through this. And that's something that I am constantly telling clients is self-care. And what is the one thing that I've been neglecting for myself? Because I wanted to come on air tonight and really own it. And I hope by owning it, it makes you guys say, oh, wow, you know what? I've been neglecting myself too. And it's just the small things. That's what's important. So instead of starting off with a reading this evening, we're still going to do our live callers, of course, but I figured I'd just spend the first couple of minutes talking to you guys, you know? That way you can see I'm human too. More often than not, readers are put on this pedestal. And guys, that's not something that you need to do. You don't need to look at us differently. You don't. We have problems just as you do. We go through things just like you guys do. And that is the same for everyone across the board. That is just life. That's being a human being, that's having the human experience, right? I think when we get so caught up, and especially in the spiritual world of shedding your ego and doing self-care and meditate, it's very easy to get overwhelmed and lost in things. So I wanted to take a moment and remind you guys that it's okay to take a time out for yourself. It's okay. Guys, it is a new weekend. My wife has off on Saturday. So I'm so excited. Tomorrow's actually going to be my Friday. Normally my work week ends on Saturday. So I get to celebrate with everyone else, right? So we are going to have so much fun, especially with the live. Guys, on Friday on my business page, Tarot Readings by Gene Rose, I go live. We have a great time. Oh my gosh, it's a ton of readings. Please join us. The page is Tarot Readings by Gene Rose, of course, right? But let's get to our first caller. Tanya from North Carolina, I believe. Love, how are you this evening?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing wonderful. Oh, I love your accent. Oh my gosh, I'm from the North. So, I love that accent.
Say that again, I'm sorry.
So what would you like read on tonight?
Just anything in general. If my life's going in the right direction.
In what direction? General, okay.
If it's going in the right direction, yeah.
Going in the right direction. Okay. Guys, I just went through this deck. These are not true reversals at all. I know some readers read reversals, some don't. I'm one of the readers that do, but I just went through this deck before the show, so I know they're not true reversals. First card is going to be the 8 of Cups. The way the card or the deck shuffled overall, I could definitely tell you that you're moving or are on the right path. It's more of a matter of letting go of things, specifically from the past. Your first card was the 8 of Cups. And remember that 8s refer to direction. The cup suit is going to be the emotion suit. So any of that like really hard gunk that we kind of carry around like a sack of potatoes, and you know exactly what I'm talking about, that guilt, that fear, that doubt, all of it, shame, all of it, you got to let it all go, which I know is way easier said than done. So be sure to do it in steps. Your next card was the 6 of Coins. Delegate things. Don't be afraid to say that you have too much on your plate. Don't feel like you got to do it all. You know, that card is a card about help coming in a time of need, but you're not going to receive that help if you don't ask. So you have to be able to open up your mouth and really vocalize. Are you like not that normally that type of person? Why do I feel like you got to do everything? And it's not ego that you do this. It's more you don't want to burden anybody. Like you want to stay, I don't want to say stay in your own lane. You just kind of keep to yourself. You do everything and you do it very quietly too. You don't have to do that anymore. It's okay to even complain. You know, even simple little things like that. Don't feel as though you have to keep your mouth shut to keep people happy. That's something that just needs to be said. Your third card was the 2 of Swords. That is a card about overall indecisiveness. The sword suit, and a lot of readers are like, oh, it's ominous, and it's not ominous. It reminds us to be logical, especially in a state of conflict, whether it be outside conflict or internal conflict, either one, but also stay away from drama. The 2 refers to having to decide between 2 things, and I think that is the outside things, like the drama, all that, and then your peace. And it's going to be you choosing you and you getting stronger in that decision and making that decision over and over. Don't always consider others when you're making decisions and choices for yourself, because that could be burdensome. And what I mean by that is you're taking on everyone's opinions on top of what you want in the situation, but you're not going after what you truly want because you're trying to appease everyone else. So you're constantly dipping your toes in the ocean and then jerking your foot back when everyone, like the universe is trying to push you in the direction of, no, it's time to take that leap into the ocean, you know? And that can be scary in itself. The card that fell after was the Knight of Cups. That's a card, and I don't want to say it's about chaos, but keep in mind, Knights are all about movement. You know, sometimes when those things are stirred up, that's actually a good thing because then we can purge those heavier emotions that we're holding on to. More often than not, we don't even realize something is a trigger or something is bothering us at our core. And then it has this ripple effect of when you throw a stone in a pond, it just kind of shimmies out. So before it starts affecting other areas of your life, I would start taking that bold step forward and knowing what path you want to be on. Ultimately, it's going to be the one where you choose yourself. You know, broad picture, yes, you are definitely moving in the right direction. I think you're getting stronger day by day. I think you're stepping in your power more and more, especially with your final card being Justice. That's going to talk about the scales evening out. So that's like the perfect outcome. So wherever there is that imbalance, you're finally going to feel that relief and like those things are finally falling into place. So that's amazing. And it's just a matter of getting through the thick of things where you got to let go of those experiences, especially the ones that taint your present and your future.
All right.
Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you hit everything that's right on.
Oh, thank you, love. I just pulled an extra card for you, and it was Temperance. Definitely exercise some patience. But again, that's kind of like the Hierophant card, except instead of faith, where it is with the Hierophant, temperance is all about patience, but it carries a promise. And that's if you exercise patience, whether it's with yourself, another person, or a situation, then harmony is going to be restored into the situation. I think especially while you're going through that 8 of Cups, that purging of letting those things go, because ultimately, what good is it serving you by holding on to? You're just torturing yourself. I don't saying that out of criticism. It's just you're keeping yourself held back and you're shrinking yourself when it comes to your accomplishments because, again, you want to let others shine so badly. And that's a solid characteristic to have. I mean, that's solid character because that's being selfless. You're putting others first. But there can become a time where that is too much. And even the universe will step in and sit you down and say, no, now it's going to be time for you. So before that happens, before you're sat down, start purging things and moving forward and just knowing ultimately you're moving in the right direction. It's just a matter of you choosing you and becoming stronger in that way.
Okay.
All right, love. Oh, thank you so much for letting me read you.
Oh, thank you.
You're so welcome. Take care,
night.
love. You too.
You too.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, what a sweetheart. Oh my guys, I love Southern accents. I'm from New York. Yes, I live in Ohio now with my wife, but I'm from New York. So I love, oh my gosh, I love that. They just sound so sweet, right? They always say us New Yorkers are kind of a bit mean. That's our reputation. I promise we're not. We're really not. So should we do another caller? I think we should. Oh my goodness. Yes. Let's go with another caller. Okay. Guys, you know what? Let's do Vicky from Athens. Great. I'm kind of jumping the gun a little bit. Let's do Vicky from Athens, Greece. She would like to know, will the financial obstacles I'm facing be lifted this upcoming week? Okay, I would definitely say that's a yes. First card was the Knight of Wands. That's going to talk about movement and progress towards opportunities. Definitely jump on those and embrace those as they come. Next card was the 9 of Wands. Overall, that's going to talk about positioning and planning. The Wand suit, you got 3 out of 5 cards from that suit. It's going to talk about like fortitude, strength, pushing forward, all of those. It's also going to talk about creativity. I think those obstacles, how you're going to overcome them is you're going to find, and I don't want to call it a loophole. Is that no, but just ways to tackle them, and it's going to be unexpected. The third card was the 7 of Wands. That's going to be a hard-fought victory. And then the fourth card and even the fifth card were both 10s, falling from the cup suit and then the coin suit, which is also known as the pentacle suit. 10s are going to refer to a sense of completion. So definitely those blessings coming forth and coming full circle for sure. Up next, guys, I jumped the gun earlier. I'm so sorry. Up next, we have Kelly, and Kelly lives in Florida. Kelly, what is the weather like there? Hello, honey. How are you?
Good. It's actually beautiful. It's been in the 60s and 70s, and actually it was 80 over the weekend.
Are you serious? Oh my gosh, that sounds so wonderful. I would love that.
Yeah,
I'm in Ohio, and it is freezing here. Freezing.
Oh, nice. I have family in Ohio, Akron, Ohio.
Oh, really? I'm outside Columbus.
Okay. Yeah, my dad's from Akron, and my whole dad's side of the family is in Ohio. Yeah.
Oh, that is so nice. Yeah, it's so nice out here. It's so different from New York. I can't believe it.
Mhm.
It's nice.
Yeah, I was just wanting to know, I have a cousin that recently passed,
and I've been getting a lot of signs from the universe, and I just wanted to know like what they kind of mean.
Okay. And who did you say passed?
My cousin.
Your cousin?
Yes.
Okay. Was their death like sudden or unexpected?
Yes, it was.
Okay. And then what is something of theirs that you have, love?
I have like pictures of us. I was actually just looking at pictures of us last night when we were little.
Okay. And then do you talk to them like constantly? Because I keep saying
Yeah, I've started talking to her. I was actually talking to her like all last night and today, and yeah.
Yeah. Why do I feel like her death was like instantaneous?
Well, she found out she had cancer and she died 2 weeks later, 2 or 3 weeks later.
Oh my God. Oh, love, my condolences. Oh, honey. She says, though, with it going that way, there was no time for her to truly suffer. Does that make sense? And I know that does not make it any easier. Kelly, my mom passed from cancer, so I understand. I get it. But she is very, very grateful for the fact that it was not a case to where it was like drawn out and just chemo after chemo. But she was very, very grateful. Like if it was going to happen, she keeps snapping, which for me, my language of spirit refers to something that is instant. She was glad it happened that way.
Yeah, that makes sense because her mother died of breast cancer and she had it for a long time, for years, and she went through all these procedures and surgeries. And
yeah.
So that makes sense that she didn't want to go like her mom.
No, and they're together.
Yeah, I assumed that. I know she said like right before she died, she's like, I'm just so happy I get to see my mom again.
Her mom was who crossed her over, love.
Okay.
Like her mom, yes. She wasn't, and I say I understand there is tremendous weight in my words. So please know that I would never say anything just because it sounds good. I think that is so disrespectful to spirit, but also people, because readings are such a beautiful thing and they can bring such healing. I wish it was something as simple as like waving a wand and bringing her back. But at least this way you can have a little bit of closure that can even if it's a slice, a piece, because grief hits you kind of like waves in the ocean. And what do they always say? Don't turn your back on it, right? Stand sideways. Stand sideways, that way you don't get knocked on your bum. That is the best way to handle it. Let yourself feel it and just go through it. Ride the waves. That's the number one. You know, she's at peace now, and I don't say that lightly. She shows me white roses. That's my symbol for a soul being at rest. You know, like I said, if it was going to happen anyway, with it being so fast. Because then also look at it from the perspective of she didn't have a lot of time to think about things.
Right.
You see, you know what I mean? So that in itself was also a saving grace. Well, it wasn't for you guys because you have that shock for her.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
You know, and
it's just been really hard on me because I didn't get to say goodbye to her.
Yeah. I really feel it was one of those situations that if you were there or if you were present, she wouldn't have been able to let go. Okay. And that's why you weren't in the picture. That's why. So take that guilt that you are like holding on to, because love, that is so heavy. You don't deserve to feel that. You don't deserve to carry that around with you. You don't.
Mm-hmm.
And she wouldn't want you to do that either. Were you guys like thick as thieves? Oh.
Yeah. We were only 2 months apart and we grew up together.
Yeah, like twins. Would you guys even dress alike or do like, yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Love. Oh my gosh. She's still there with you. She's just now there in a different way, which I know doesn't make things any easier. But now look at it as she's not going to miss any milestone in your life. Because I know that's something that you have kind of struggled with too. It's like, not that you've gotten angry with her, but you're sad that she's not going to be there for like upcoming milestones and like things down the road. And like, you're going to miss this. And like, you know, why did you have to leave? Because now you have to that. So if it escalates to that and you feel it, go through it, purge it. That is the best advice I can give you, truly, professionally and personally. Allow, even if it's anger, allow yourself to feel it. You know, be mad at her, be mad at the cancer, all of that.
Yeah. All right.
I also, Kelly, would recommend, and especially since you guys were like twins, get like a journal and write to her. Because that can be very healing for you.
Okay.
And it would also be like a beautiful keepsake because it's basically like the journey of your grief, but you're talking to her. So you're still, you know, venting about your day and tell her all the things, you know, what happened in your day, what you had for lunch, everything, you know, just as if you were speaking with her. And that can also be a useful tool. I know it sounds kind of like loopy, but I'm telling you, it does work. It does. So maybe give it a shot.
Well, I mean, I know she's still here because like I definitely got a sign from her last night. That was just amazing. So I know she's still here. And I don't know. I just keep on getting all these signs and stuff and I just can't interpret them, you know, like seeing my number all the time and like dragonflies and butterflies and like just, you know, just stuff that I know the universe is reaching out to me, but I just can't, I don't know what they're saying. I don't know what they're saying.
The butterflies and dragonflies are definitely from her because more often than not, spirit will use, and it's usually like, I don't want to say a same group of symbols, but it'll be like a red cardinal, it'll be a butterfly, dragonflies, but dragonflies do have an extra meaning. They also refer to transformation.
Okay.
She wants you, and especially since you guys were only 2 months apart, you need to do all the things in life that she isn't able to. So she's counting on you to get it done and to do it. You can't give in and stop living. You can't. No matter how tempting it is, or stay, and I see you more as like frozen in time. It's kind of like that initial shock of finding out about the cancer, and then it was like the blink of an eye, she was gone. And that can be a lot. That's traumatic for a person to go through. You know, that sudden loss. That's very traumatic. So give yourself grace with that too. Don't be so hard on yourself, Kelly. You know?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, love.
I am.
No problem. I'm so glad she stepped forward and I was able to read for you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
You're so welcome. You have a wonderful night.
You too. Bye.
Bye. Guys, I think tonight we're just going to finish up. I have an oracle deck out. Usually I am a tarot chick. Yes. But this deck, I don't know. It is the universe has your back. Like I said, I started this show talking about self-care and how important that is. And when we don't do it, there are repercussions, there are consequences. So it's really important to remember how crucial it is to not put your needs on the back burner. I'm pulling a card for everyone, and it is energy flows where my intention goes. I said it before, and I will say it again. We create 90% of our reality or our circumstances. We create it. Guys, there is such power in our thoughts and our words. It's not even funny. Why do you think prayer is a thing or petitions are a thing? It's power in words. Our words are very important. Either you're going to speak life over a situation or you're going to speak death over it. And that is seen over cultures and religions and just all different walks of life throughout history. That's just the basis of things. Whatever you put into something, you're going to get out. So definitely make sure that you're investing the best in you. I know sometimes it can be really difficult. I know it has been really hard for me to sort of stop and hit that pause button. I've kind of been like the white rabbit from Alice in Wonderland. I'm like, I'm late. But it's like to just take that pause and be like, I'm going to breathe and I'm going to stop and I'm going to recognize. That's why I'm so excited for this weekend. Like I said, my wife has off Saturday. So tomorrow I'm going to be able to celebrate with most of you guys our little TGI Friday. I'm so excited. Guys, I can't even recall when the last Saturday I have had off was. Can't, right? That is usually the end of my work week. So, I'm excited. Allie and I have some plans. We're going to be doing a few things and, of course, running some errands. So it'll be a fun weekend. But I wish you guys all a beautiful weekend, too. I really do. Let's pull a card for the weekend, shall we? Right? Yeah, so this is just a reminder that first card, energy flows where my intention goes. The card for the weekend, and this is going to be for everybody, okay? My vibes speak louder than my words. Guys, remember your energy introduces you before you even open up your mouth. It's very important that we don't carry around those burdens, those fears, those doubts, that anger. Like really let that angst go, whether you want to call it transmuting it, purging, whatever, however you want to say it. Make sure you really rely on yourself and take care of you. That should be your number one priority. Okay? It really should. I'm going to leave you all with some homework this weekend, and that is going to be doing something special for yourself. You can take a hot bath. You can have a cup of coffee while it's still hot, whatever it is. It doesn't matter if it's something small or trivial. Just do something for yourself. And I'm going to leave you guys with that because that's going to be important. And then next week, I want to hear what everyone did, right? And we're going to make it become a weekly thing. Guys, if you like my style of reading, I am available for personal appointments. Check me out at Tarot Readings by Jean Rose. I'm available on Facebook. You can check me out there. It's my business page, of course. I like Facebook the best because people have 24/7 access to me. So, guys, check me out. Give me a follow. I will catch you next week at 8:30. I'm so excited. You guys all have a beautiful weekend. Be blessed. I love you all. And thanks for joining me tonight. Bye.
To A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for Spiritual Connections with psychic medium Cindy. Psychic medium Cindy. Live from Facebook.com/Psychic Cindy. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, Facebook.com/Psychic Radio. Or one of our websites, AskOneRadio.com or Moonstruck.tv. This is Spiritual Connection on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi, hello everybody. This is my first night here on A1 Psychic Radio, and I'm super excited. So I just want to tell you a little about myself. My name is Cindy. I am a psychic medium, and I've been connecting with spirits for a long, long time. And as I got older, started seeing them more, and they sort of pushed me into sharing my gifts with you guys. So I'm super excited to be able to do that. I am in Nova Scotia, Canada, where there is lots of snow, and it's really, really cold. So it's nice to be able to do, shows from home. So you don't have to go outside so much when you live in the cold weather. Like I said, I was kind of pushed into like sharing my gift with the world. So in order to be able to do that, I've taken a lot of courses, read a lot of books, followed a lot of other mediums who've worked with me as mentors, given me the the confidence and the courage to be able to come on here tonight and share my gift with you guys. So I think what I'll do tonight is focus more on card reading. In the future, as time goes on, I'll do some mediumship here with you guys. But I think tonight, let's just look at the cards. So I think what I'll do is we're halfway through February, so let's do end of the month, mid-month reading. Okay, so we'll let's start with that, and then after that we'll get a caller. So what's the next 2 weeks going to look like for all of us? Let's see what Spirit has to say. What do we need to know to get through this month of February? All right, so the base chakra is actually our sort of energy for the month. So we're just kind of like, working on, maybe our careers, where maybe like getting some new opportunities, maybe thinking about some new paths, some new choices. Maybe doing some work at home, like getting some renovations done or thinking about getting renovations done. But whatever it's going to bring, the theme is transformation. So there's definitely some new things happening for all of us. So we're looking at number 4, which is building that firm foundation. And we're spreading those wings. Look at those wings. Like we are ready to like transform, start a new path, maybe a new career, like I said, because the next card is the firm foundation card. So we're definitely really strongly working on building a new firm foundation, maybe focusing on our finances, maybe saving a little bit. The world's really expensive. So this is a good time for us to like sort of, maybe save some money. But next we have the heart chakra. Oh, this is beautiful. So we're opening up our hearts. We're like bringing in the love. We're, I really feel it. We're almost looking at like our dreams are coming true, like we're going to get that. Look at that. Can't lie, can I? Right? Can't make this stuff up. Number 9, we got the material harvest card. This is you're going to reap your material harvest. You're going to reap what you sow. You work so hard. Maybe it's this new career. Maybe you're going to make some extra money, but whatever it is, it's really, really good. And the takeaway is just to have patience. This is like temperance in the old tarot. This is the number 5. So there is going to be some changes, but just be patient. Know that the universe is listening to you. Know that you have, put your intentions out there. They're listening to you. Looks like it's going to be a lot about getting a new career, making some extra money, maybe getting a job promotion. Anyway, really pleased to see that for the end of February for everybody, because we so need it. But now I have Jerry Ann. We have Jerry Ann from Medicine Hat, Alberta. Hi, Jerry Ann.
Hi there.
Hi, thanks for calling in.
Thanks for accepting it.
Oh, yeah, no problem. So, I'm on the other side of the country, in Nova Scotia. It's pretty cool. So, Jerry Ann, what's your question for me tonight?
Whatever comes up.
Whatever comes up. Okay, nice. That makes it easy. It's whatever spirit wants to tell you.
Yep.
Okay, Jerry Ann, so the first card that I pulled for you is the discontent and boredom card, which is, not an uncommon card for us to get in the winter in Canada, for sure. We don't do an awful lot in these kind of months, most of us. But the 4 is all about building a firm foundation. You can kind of see, he's got his head down. He's not looking too happy. But that window right here, the window, that's what I'm trying to get to, always means that when God closes the door, he opens the window. So something good is coming. Whatever this boredom is, however you're feeling, is going to go away because God is opening something to you. The next card you have is the patience and planning card. So this really, truly is about a new success that's coming in. The number 7 means success. You got the 2 pillars here, which are about strength and the gold is about rewards, but you do have to be patient and you do have to make some plans. And I think February would be a perfect time to sort of maybe even write down some plans. Like what do you want? What's going to come in for you though is this beautiful number 1, love begins. So this is number 1 is the new opportunity. The rainbow is the good after the bad. The water trickling down is all about abundance. And truly, one of my favorite cards. This could be about a relationship. This would be the Ace of Cups if I was using the old tarot. And it really, or it could be just about new opportunities. Something is going to be offered to you, like I said. So whether it's a new romance or it's a new job or whatever it is, whatever's going on, there's going to be a little bit of a waiting game. And the number 2 means choice. And the thing about this card, what makes this card so beautiful is that it's always worth the wait. When you get this card, it's like, yeah, I've been waiting, things, it's probably really much reflects that first card, that discontent and boredom, because you're waiting for something to come in and it's going to be worth it. It's going to be well worth it. So I'm really happy to see that card for you. And like I said, the number 2 is usually about choices. So I think there's probably a couple of things coming in. So it's either a couple of things or a couple of people, a couple of options, because you have the number 2, which is a bit of a waiting game, but it's also about choices. And then your next card is choose wisely, which is number 7. And I am fairly focused on these 2 birds. So that it gives me the indication that this is a choice between two things or 2 people. Another green. So it's another cups card, which is about, usually about relationships. So you're going to have 2 people to choose from, but that's okay because I really feel in my heart you are going to make the right choice. And then we have another number 2. So the choice that you make is going to bring balance into your life. It's just going to be wonderful for you, right? You're going to have that mind, body, and soul balance. You're going to feel really good. You're going to know that you made the right choice. Lovely reading for you. Interesting, because it looks like there's definitely 2 options, but discontent and boredom card is coming to an end. How's that sound?
The which is coming to an end?
The discontent and boredom card, that first card that I pulled?
Yep.
That's coming to an end.
Okay. But just be patient.
Yeah, have patience.
Okay.
It would, do you have any questions for, like, do you want me to explain anything a little bit more for you, or?
Well, I believe I'm called to do a couple of different things, and I'm not sure of the right direction.
Okay.
I know that I'm capable of working with energy and doing healing and stuff like that, but I've also been getting, almost feel like I'm getting channeled messages coming through.
Nice. Okay.
So, yeah.
Well, pay attention to them, because I feel that based on these cards, it looks like, especially with the twos and the choices and stuff, they're giving you some choices. So pay attention to those choices, and then ask them to sort of give you a sign about where what direction you should take. Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
All right. That's awesome. All right. Thanks for calling in. And have a great night. All right. So thanks very much to Jerry Ann from Alberta, Canada. That was awesome reading. I think she's going to make some really great choices there. So if you want to contact me for a private reading, you can contact me at Psychic Medium Cindy. Follow me on Facebook. You'll see where I'm at, what I'm doing. Might get up daily cards. I do some free readings on there, usually a couple times a month. I'm on Instagram at Psychic Cindy 2022. And you can also email me at psychicmediumcindy@gmail.com. And from there, we can go over the details. If you're in Canada, you can e-transfer me. For my usually I charge $30 for 15 minutes, $50 for 30 minutes, $80 for an hour, and I will give you all those details through an email. And we can do it through Skype, we can do it through Zoom, lots of options. If you are in the States or any other country, it will be through PayPal. But thank you so much. It was so exciting being here. It was awesome to be able to do that reading for Jerry Ann. I really appreciate that. I hope you guys get something out of that last 2 week spread too for February, because February is almost over, guys. It's almost over. So thanks everybody. Thanks for everything that's happened tonight. Having me here tonight, it's been awesome. And I'll see you guys next week.
A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for Maria Leggett's Medium Show with Maria Leggett. Maria Leggett. Live from MariaLeggett.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Maria Leggett's Medium Show on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I love that it says Dayton, Ohio today. Actually, I'm on vacation sitting in a hotel and had to find a place where I could sit where you wouldn't see a messy bed. So I am Inya, and I am doing some stuff with family, and I am absolutely enjoying some sunshine today. It's nice to be in a different place. This week, I have been hit with a whole lot of death stuff. And, you know, as a medium, you would think that it would be so much easier to deal with death. But the truth of the matter is it's not, because I am still a human and I still crave the hug and the touch and the visualization of seeing someone on FaceTime or on Skype, or being able to just visually look at someone on video chat and being able to hear their voice. And when they leave, it's really, really hard for me. Yes, I can still hear them on the other side, but I can't hug them. I can't go visit them. And so this week has been really tough for me. It was the 5-year anniversary of my best friend passing away. And one of my other very amazing, wonderful friends who was so close to me passed away on Tuesday. And I'm absolutely devastated that she is gone. And I was able to help lay my dad's ashes to rest here in Virginia, which is exactly where he wanted to be because he was in the Navy. So Norfolk was really important to him, and we got him all handled. And so I am struck by the fact that we really are not in control of anything down here on Earth. I know that we like to think we are. We humans like to think that we're in control of everything, but that is not the case. We are at the mercy of all the beautiful and amazing divine beings on the other side who are helping to guide us and do all of the things. My dad was very present when I was handling his ashes and doing what he had asked me to do. And I was absolutely in awe to the point where I just started laughing. I'm like, how can I be sad when my dad is showing up very present and letting me know I am grateful for all the things that you did for me today. And I even texted the story to my sister. I'm like, you are not going to believe what daddy did. And she's like, oh my God, that is so dad. So then I wound up texting the rest of the family and let everybody else know. It was absolutely amazing. And so I am so grateful to be on the earth right now. I am grateful to be incarnated down here. I know that we have a lot of really difficult things that are happening around each and every one of us. However, it's not even a however, it's and, right? And. So we have all these difficult things happening, and we have all of these amazing things that are happening around us. We've chosen to be on this earth right here now for a reason. What is your purpose? We may not know. And that's one of the things I like to help people with. Let's find out why you're here. Let's find out what your purpose is supposed to be. And I love guiding people through that. Sometimes it comes up here on the show when I have callers. And sometimes it hops up, when people will book a one-to-one session with me. And they're like, I don't know why I'm here. I feel kind of lost. And I love being able to go into Akashic Records with people in a reading and find out why. Why am I here? What is my purpose? What am I supposed to be doing? Because each and every one of us have our own why. I know for me very specifically, one of my whys is I am down here to help educate people and help them to understand why they're here. And I'm here to help them understand that we can all do what I do here and what every other person on these shows do. We all have this ability. We just need to tap into it and believe in ourselves, believe that we can do this, believe that you have the ability. And this is one of those things I get up on this soapbox, and I don't mean to, but it's just kind of how it goes. I have a lot of people who would say to me, you're so lucky that you have this gift. And the gift in what I do is the love and the support that I get from my clients. The rest of it is just an ability. And so I'm grateful to be able to help people to discover what their specific ability is, and to be able to help people with their path and what they need to know. And with that, we are welcoming Porvi to the show. Hi, Porvi. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I am doing very well. How may I be of service to you today?
I'm not sure if this is what type of reading this is, but I guess I'm kind of looking. I do have some questions, but maybe like a general reading.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering. I guess in terms of my family and as well as my prospects for settling down and creating a life and family with someone else.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. So let me just tap into your spirit guides and we'll see what's out there. All right, Spirit, what is the truth that Porvi needs today? It's interesting. They're showing me, and I know that it had said when they put your name up that you're from New York City. And what they're showing me is that, and I used to work in the city, and it's a great place to be. It is the hustle and the bustle, and I kind of miss it sometimes. There's a Starbucks across the street from everybody. However, what Spirit is showing it to me is that there's so much hustle and bustle and so much movings and things going on that it's become really important for you to find a way to do some self-care and to go and get into the quiet. And I don't mean just going into Central Park where it can be quiet. It's like stepping outside, going out, more up to like the Catskills or someplace where it's a little more quiet. Does that make sense? And so they're asking for you to be able to sit back and just kind of breathe, because there are so many things that are going on. I don't want to say it's a sense of panic. It's a sense of, I love being in the energy. I love doing all of the things. The issue with that comes, we're so busy doing all of the human things that we can't necessarily hear all the things that our guides want us to know. And that is why it's going to become really important for you to be able to find a place where you can just get quiet. And I don't know why they're saying it's going to be outside of the city, but it's outside of being in the hustle and bustle of wherever it is that you're living. So it's getting more into nature where there are trees and things. Okay, thank you very much. They're telling me that it's going to help you to be able to ground yourself, ground your energy. Does that make sense? They're also talking to me about, I don't know how you understand this. They're showing it to me as though there's like an outside pressure for, when are you going to start doing this? When are you going to start doing that? And it feels very much like it's coming from family. And you're like, hey, listen, I'm trying, but I have this life. And Spirit says that they want you to begin trusting your heart. Because they're showing it to me as though there have been, there's at least one relationship that's kind of left a scar on your heart where it becomes a little more difficult to trust in a partner. Does that make sense?
A little bit.
Okay, sorry. So show me if she doesn't understand that. They're showing it to me. So what I see is a flower, and I see a flower opening up. So it's being able to open up your energy and allow in someone to share life with you with all of the busy things that you've got going on, instead of keeping people, not that you're purposely keeping them closed out, but there are so many other things going on that it's hard to make room for. Does that make sense?
Not really, no. Sorry.
Okay. No, it's fine. I can only tell you what they're showing me. Because it feels to me as though you had asked, what about a relationship coming into your life? Is that not correct? Okay. So they're definitely talking about you making room for it. And making room for it, which is the opening up of, is going to be releasing and letting go of any prior relationships or any thoughts of other people, because that's going to be able to open up the space for an energetic new connection to come in. So that's one of the things that they're representing very clearly. They also want you to be able to make room for, here I'm going to choose one night a week where I'm going to date, or it's, one night a week you're going to go put yourself out there. So I don't know if you're doing something specific to put yourself out there or not, but that's what they're showing, that you need to find something very specific to put yourself out there to begin, whether it's, I've been married for 26 years. So whether it's doing the dating app thing, because I can just see like a phone and the swiping thing. I don't know what all that is. But being able to put yourself out there more to show the universe, hey, I am ready to go out there and do what I need to do. Does that make more sense?
Yeah, a little, yeah.
Okay. They're showing it to me as though I feel like I'm walking down the street and I have like this group of friends. I don't feel like I'm alone. So I feel like I have friends who are supporting me, friends that are with me, and being able to discern between what your friends would want for you and what you want for you. And it doesn't mean that you let your friends sway you, but being able to decide, what do I really want? And being able to sit down, especially because we are in the waxing moon right now. And because we're in the waxing moon, Corby, this is a perfect time for you to sit down and make a list of your ideal partner. Here are all the things that I want in a partner. And you start making that list between now and the full moon. And you can adjust that list, like look at it every single day. And it's manifesting exactly who that person is and what you want them to look like, down to whether or not you want them to be 5'6" or 5'10". Do you want them to be smokers or non-smokers? What are the things that you like about them? Write it all down on a piece of paper and just start, write out, scratch out something if you don't like it or erase it, and then add in new things. And then on the full moon, you take that piece of paper and in a fire-safe container, you burn it on the full moon. And that tells the universe, here is exactly what I want. This is the person that I want, because they're going to fulfill my life. That's why you do it on the full moon, because the moon is full and you want to bring in the fullness of this person into your life. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And this is how you're going to be able to get someone to come into your life, making room for, so they just keep talking that you need to make room for the right person to come into your life. And that you are, they just show it to me as though you have a really good life in every other way. This is just the one thing. So thank you very much, Corby, for coming on to the show. I appreciate you for being here, and thank you everyone for watching. Thank you so much, and I hope you have an amazing rest of your week and enjoy all the rest of the shows that come after mine. Have a good one.
A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome. Time for the Mini Medium with Stephanie Cowan. Live from TarotWithSteph.net. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is the Mini Media on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
All right. Hi, guys. Hello. Happy Wednesday. And what a special day today. Happy Valentine's Day. I decided to be a little festive in a sense and wear some attire that matches the holiday. So hopefully you all are at least giving back to yourself with some self-love. So even if some of you struggle with Valentine's Day or not fans of the holiday. That's okay. I always say just focus on giving back to yourself and that self-love no matter what. So, but I'm happy to be here, and I am your mini medium as usual on the A1R Psychic Radio and the beautiful Moonstruck TV. I have been sitting here trying to get it ready today. You know, I was getting a little worried because I didn't feel so great earlier today. Had a bit of a headache and started to turn to a migraine. And, you know, my soon-to-be daughter-in-law said to eat green apples. I thought that was interesting. So I don't know if that worked or what might be, but I'm here and I feel better and did a little of my own self-love today. So anyhow, as usual, we're going to go ahead and let's pull an affirmation for this week. And we'll kind of chat for a minute. And then, of course, we'll take our callers today. I'm super excited. Just, you know, that a lot of people, you know, struggle with certain holidays, and Valentine's Day can be a tough one, you know, for those who, you know, have lost a spouse or even a child in that sense, or those who just haven't found their person and want to know, you know, when or if that's going to happen, right? So anyhow, we'll see what happens tonight with those callers. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to count out these cards. And let's see what our affirmation says for today. I kept seeing the number 18 today. So the 18, I was interesting because I thought that I thought maybe the 14 would be so appropriate since today is Valentine's Day here in the U.S. and wherever may be. But I had to go with my intuition, right? The little voices in my head. And I think it's going to be perfect. So the number 18 has been the number that has really been resonating with me today. So we'll see how that fits. Now, for those who have maybe never listened to my show, every week as I get ready to meditate and get ready to do my podcast, numbers come up, names will come up. If you have a loved one in spirit that's very anxious, then sometimes I'll get even more information. And then, you know, the universe aligns those people with me just beautifully. So I can't wait to see what happens tonight for sure. All right. So now the affirmation for this week. So this will be for until next Wednesday. And I thought this was so appropriate. So what I do is I count out the cards to the number 18, pull the number 18, and how interesting that today being Valentine's Day, and the first three words in this affirmation says, "In my heart, I know that good things are coming my way." So here's what you want to do. This is your affirmation for the week, and repeat it every day until you soak it into your soul. Remember, in my heart, I know that good things are coming my way. So good energy, good affirmation. And, you know, regardless of how tough that life can get, you know, I really have so much faith that everything happens the way it's supposed to, and the way, you know, everything happens for a reason, and everything happens for you and not to you, right? So then that way you feel like, okay, all right, I've got some things to learn. And then you don't feel like you're in a bit of what we would call victim mode. So think about that. I love to change that one word, the fourth, or I should say the 2 to a 4. So it's life-changing, just that little bit, I promise. All right. Well, I am super excited to take this caller. This caller is from Australia, and this is Benny. Hi, Benny. This is the mini medium. How are you?
Hi. Good. How are you?
I'm doing great, hon. How can I help you tonight?
Yeah, I would like to do a reading for the first year. Yes. So this is my first reading for this year. So I would like to know about what happens going to be in this year, financially or.
Yeah. Okay, sure. And so we can do what I call a general reading, just whatever my guides bring to me, whatever I'm drawn to, unless you have a very specific topic question that you're wanting to know for the year. Do you prefer one or the other?
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to do just a general reading?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, let me, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull some cards for you, and we'll see just kind of what comes, what the universe brings, what our guides bring to us. While I'm doing that here, Vinny, I don't know if you heard me mentioning just a bit ago, numbers come to me during the day or all the time, actually, and usually it is connection with my callers or those who I do readings for throughout the day. So the number 18 has really been coming up today. Do you connect with that number?
Oh, okay.
Do you
because
connect
my daughter and my son is born in at 18.
Your daughter and your son were born on the 18th?
Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay, wonderful. Well, that's just validation that you were meant to be with me today to do a reading. So that 18 kept coming up, and your children's birthday being the 18th. I think that's amazing. All right. So let's see here. I'm pulling a few cards for you, my friend. And I don't know if you're familiar with how I do my readings, but what I really like to do is just listen to more of my gifts, but the cards will guide us a bit. So a couple things that I want you to be mindful of that I see really revolve, this really revolves around finances. This really revolves around even some reorganization of your money, your assets, your debts. So this year I do feel for you is going to be a year of just trying to almost consolidate a lot of things, not just financially, but also consolidating within your personal life. So meaning that people in your life that last year were not serving you in a good way, now we're going to consolidate, bring all the good, people in your life together, and then we're going to leave out those ones that have not been so nice. Whether that's family or friends,
okay.
It does not matter. Does that make sense?
Okay, yes.
Perfect. Yes. Okay.
I can understand that.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, good. Now, are you currently employed? Do you have a job?
No, I'm not working. At the moment, I'm still studying, but I have off because of I have to diagnose PTSD. So, yeah, financially should be a bit tight for me at the moment.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, my friend, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm sure with with your medical stuff going on and trying to get yourself healthier, and that definitely can put a strain in your money and your finances. And but I really do feel that if you can take this year and really make some sacrifices. I know you've already had to make some, but even a little bit more of where you can cut some things out, just like I was saying, cutting people out, but also cutting, maybe frivolous expenses. I really feel here right about August, I feel like you're going to see, it feels like a big sigh of relief. So it's, money coming in, or you're able to consolidate bills and things won't be too stressful financially, okay?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Now, one last thing I'll tell you, and then I got to take my next caller, hun. But I feel like too that one thing I'm saying, especially the fact that I was connected to your two children with the 18th birthday. There seems to be one of the kids I feel is a bit distant, and that usually is either geographically they live far away, or just the relationship is distant. Does that make sense?
Sorry, what do you mean?
With one of your children, does one of your children, do they live far away from you, or do you feel like your relationship is far? You're not as close as you used to be.
No, I really wanted to them. My ex is want to full custody, so and then he lost the full custody, so which is with 50-50 custody. They're only 7 and 15. Of course, I wanna be with them all the time.
Good. Okay, good. That's good. Good. Okay. So I just want to make sure that as I see the kids that if there's a moment this year where you're feeling a bit emotionally distant with the kids, or the relationship is there, just be very mindful of that. I do feel one of the kids kind of is struggling with a lot and may pull away from you. So just be mindful and really just be there for that one for sure. But I feel overall for this year, it really is going to be a year of consolidating, making some sacrifices, so that then 2025, you'll see some new changes that are going to feel this huge relief off your shoulders. Okay.
Okay.
All right, my friend. Well, I enjoyed meeting you and talking to you, and I hope you have a wonderful night. Thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you very much for your time. Yeah.
You're welcome. It's my pleasure. Happy Valentine's Day to you. Have a great night.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye, hon. All right. I have my next caller from Georgia. I missed her name. Georgia.
Aquanda.
Hi, Aquanda. I love that name. Oh, it's beautiful. I love that.
Thank you. Thank you.
How are you tonight?
I'm good.
Good. How can I help you, hon?
24 has been different. It's been rocky so far.
I have to kind of agree with you. My January was a little rough. It was a little rocky too for me.
Yes.
What question do you have for me, hon?
I don't know. I need to know what is going on that changed, because I work kind of hard trying to keep the peace and balance, and everything just went haywire. My personal life, my children, my family, everything, my finances, everything.
Oh, goodness. Okay. Well, I don't know if this will make you feel any better. I feel like sometimes when we feel that we're not alone, it can make us feel a little better. I do probably an average about 15 to 20 private readings a week. And I have really noticed that majority of my clients have really said that 2023 for them was just a rough year. It was a year of just, so many things that happened that opened a lot of people's eyes to what they needed to change in their life. It also made them be more mindful and aware of what they have and to be grateful and thankful for. A lot of that energy carried into January. Now, for me in January, I had a loss of a loved one. My daughter had a miscarriage. I mean, it was just like, I feel you, hon. January was rough. I felt like it was like 365 days in January. It drug on. And it just seemed so much. And one thing that I encourage you to do, and I know this is sometimes easier said than done, when we have our next full moon, which is coming here in the first part of March, release and let go of the January, of everything that was so, heavy. And the way you do that, and this is just a little bit of advice, then I'll read for you, but when you write down, or for the full moon, write down on a piece of paper what it is that you want to release. And that can be, if it's a person that you're wanting to, cut that energy out of your life, put that person's name down. If it's some health issues, put that down, finances, whatever it may be. And then you'll take that piece of paper and you'll safely burn it. And then take those ashes and then give those back to the universe or to Gaia, which is Mother Earth. Allow that energy to be recycled and to come back to you with good love and light. It sounds very simple, but it's very powerful. So try that here in the next, about 3 weeks-ish. Now, intuitively, some things that I'm picking up for you. Let me ask you really quick, because I asked my last caller and she connected, but you never know, you might as well. I see numbers all day, especially my day of my podcast, my guides, and the number 18 has been very significant today. Now, my last caller, her 2 children's birthdays, the 18th. So do you connect with that number in any way by chance?
My uncle's birthday was February 18th and mine is the 19th. So mine is Monday, his was Sunday.
Wonderful. Okay. And is your uncle still here in the physical world, or has he passed?
No, he's not.
He has passed, hun?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So here's what's really interesting. I just got all my chills when my mediumship starts to kick in, and we get those beautiful validations of the why the number was coming up. Were you close to your uncle that just passed?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you, I never look at these ever as coincidences. I really feel that your uncle, his energy has been with me today, which I think is beautiful. Today being Valentine's Day, it's not all about, intimate love. It's not about, spouses or mates. It really is that love for somebody. And I feel like your uncle coming through and being with me today and you meeting up with me, the number 18 being connected to him, just validates how protective and how much love this uncle has for you. It's incredible, even just the energy I'm feeling. Now, how that meshes with kind of what your question is and what's been going on here in the next, I would say, I'm really at about 4 weeks. So probably right around like that full moon time. You do have a shift coming in your energy in the universe just for you. And what's going to happen is a sense of you feeling a need to step back and reevaluate some of the decisions that you've made in 2023 and either move forward or it's time to completely end them. One of those I do feel has to do with a relationship that I feel is just not serving you in a good way, hun. Do you understand that? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. Beautiful. Now, do you connect with a name? I just heard, that was interesting. I just heard a name, which I'll get through. It's called clairaudience, so I'll hear voices. But I just heard the name, 2-syllable F name, like Frederick or like Franco. I can hear the 2-syllable F. Do you connect with that name in any way, by chance?
No.
Okay.
Not that. I'm kind of nervous. So
you're okay. It happens a lot. I always tell my clients, just take it with you later when you're able to kind of breathe, and focus a bit. All of these will come, to fruition. But there's some reason why that 2-syllable F name or a word, like Frederick's not a common name, but even like Francis, that's not very common either. But keep that in mind. But I feel like this is even a grandma, a very strong grandma, very strong female that I'm starting to pick up on. Do you have a grandma on mom's side that has passed?
Yes.
Okay. May I ask what her name is?
Inez. Violent Inez.
Inez. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Violent was her first name, but Inez is what everyone called her.
Ah, okay. Okay. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I feel there's some reason that F name that is connected to your grandma. So keep that in mind. That might help you later.
On my father's side, his youngest sister is named Debbie.
Is what, hon?
My aunt on my father's side is my aunt's name is Debbie.
Oh, okay. Okay. And has she crossed over? She passed?
No, her son did, and she's struggling with it.
Gotcha. Okay. Are you close with her? Do you have?
I am.
Okay. Okay. Boy, you definitely had a purpose to be here, my friend, especially on this day of love. I really do have a feeling that I have your uncle. I also have the younger male, which would be you said your aunt's. Is that right? Your aunt's son?
Yeah.
Is that what you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's actually around my age.
Ah, okay. Okay. Perfect. Do you connect with the number 36? That just popped up. So for me, that'll be the age of 36 or March 6th.
March 6th. Oh my God, that's my sister's birthday. She passed away. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness. You have a lot of loved ones coming in, hon. Your sister passed and her birthday was March 6th?
March 6th.
Okay. Well, your sister's here, honey. This is the beautiful, it is all the messages and the beautiful signs that your loved ones in spirit have your back, that they are rooting for you, if you will, guiding you, protecting you, even through all of these times that feel like you're just, ready to break, per se. I'll tell you, you have an army on the other side that is going to make sure that nothing happens to you. I guarantee that, hon. Boy, one thing I just heard, this is how sometimes these readings go. We focus on you, and then your loved ones get so excited they want to hurry and channel and give messages. But she keeps mentioning. She says, "Tell my sister to leave her hair alone." She says, "Tell her to just leave her damn hair alone." She's talking about.
God.
Are you changing your hair a lot, or did you just change it?
Yes, I've been stressed. Oh yes.
Yeah, she's like, just tell her to just leave it. And she just keeps saying how beautiful you are and what a beautiful human being. And she says that you know the saying when they say no good deed goes unpunished.
Yes.
Your sister keeps telling me to tell you that you've done so much good, that it's just a matter of time before, God or the universe, whoever you believe in, is going to bring these blessings. Now, I feel just intuitively that you're going to see some relief coming here in the next month. And so and I don't tell people what they want to hear. I tell you what you need to hear. So,
yes.
You know, but this is going to be a year of you really learning about yourself, and learning what's really important, and what's worth putting your energy into. You know, it's really going to be a year of almost like house cleaning, just cleaning out the, you know, the dust, the dirt, if you will, you know, that's just not serving you in a good way. And as this happens this year, just without a doubt, my friend, your loved ones that have been popping in just in this short amount of time are there to let you know they'll make sure that that things get better. Okay.
Okay.
All right, my friend. I know these are so short. I have to wrap up my show, but what a beautiful. You've got so many amazing souls that popped in really quick. So I think that's a testament to you know, the protection and the guidance that these ones are going to give you. So just trust in that. Ask them for the help. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right, my friend. Well, you have a happy Valentine's Day, okay?
Thank you. Same to you. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. Bye-bye. All right, guys. Beautiful show. Incredible. Lots of amazing messages. So I hope you guys have a beautiful Valentine's Day. Remember to give yourself that self-love today. I'll see you next week. Bye, guys.
A1R Psychic Radio. Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for Understanding Spirit with Mary Shapano. Mary Shapano. Live from MaryVCircles.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Understanding Spirit on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Understanding Spirit. I'm your host, Mary. I hope you've all had a really good week. Because it's Valentine's Day week, I thought I'd do, for the 3-card pull, I thought I would do love cards and see if I can give some advice that might be relevant to anyone that's listening and watching. Now, remember, these readings are for the collective. So if something doesn't resonate with you, that's okay. You just leave it. If it does, just take some guidance from it and see if you can apply it in your life to make things better. So as usual, I've pulled 3 cards already. So the first card, I hope you've all picked the card. The first card that I pulled was this one, and it's listen. Okay, now this is a lot of times within a relationship, and of course with these cards, we're talking about love with a love interest. We're also talking about it can be love with a family member, a friend, also self-love. Okay, so what the message is, see where it relates for you. Okay, so a lot of times we can be listening, but we don't really hear. We're not present within a conversation. And sometimes, you might need to ask the same person the same thing over and over again because you're just not listening to their answer. So this card is about just staying present when you're talking to your significant other or anybody else, and just hearing what they really have to say, and also tune in to seeing like intuitively how that person feels. Also, if something is irritating you about that person, it can be something that you may need to work on yourself, because sometimes what others irritate in us is something that is irritating that we don't like. That's why we react. Okay. Now, if you've pulled the second one, you got this card, which deals with the base chakra or the root chakra, as it's also known. And this has to do with our physical body, our finances, our security, our survival mode. And if you've chosen this, I would say to you, don't spend just time working and thinking about your finances. Tune in to, having a good time, sharing good moments with your loved one, and just strengthening your knowing that you can have whatever you want. One of the ways you can do that is just through movement. We all have physical body, and just go for a walk, a jog, go out in the garden, whatever. Just movement strengthens your root chakra. Okay, so just not all work. Do some play and have fun with your partner. All right, if you went to the third card, this is detached. You might need to reevaluate the relationship that you're in. You might have had some deceit around this, half-truths. Not everything has been revealed to you. However, with this card, I think it's important to have a look and see what part you played in anything that is not going well at the moment. and but just kind of step back to make that decision as to whether you want to walk away from this relationship or whether you feel this relationship can be salvaged. All right. And again, this can be with a love interest. It can also be with anybody else that you love, family member, friend. Okay. So it's just about having a good look at what part you played in the harmony and disharmony of this relationship. Okay. I hope that's helped. Now I believe that I have Nancy on the line. Hello, Nancy.
Hello. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
That's good. How can I help you today?
Yes, I would just like to know if you have any insight into what my life is, what it's going to take, my future, and if there's anything that you know about a new romance that is happening in my life.
Okay. All right. Are you in the new romance at the moment?
Yes, but we live apart in different cities.
Okay. All right. Okay. Let me have a look. I'll just see what I get. Nancy, I feel like this relationship, I'm being told by Spirit that at some point, if you want this relationship to work, you're going to have to either you move there or they move to you, or somewhere in the middle. That works geographically.
Okay.
Okay.
And I do go to that state for 4 months a year.
Okay. I feel like that I'm being told that's tiring, and it's going to become increasingly tiring. All right. And I feel like you're going to want to go next level, like in terms of the relationship, to the next level of it, where there's more of a commitment than that. I do feel like you are giving more into this than this person. Does that make sense for you?
Yes, it does.
Okay. I also feel like they haven't made the commitment that you have. All right. They're still sort of kind of thinking about things, and they are in thought about it. It's not like they're dismissing you. They are thinking about it, but they're not prepared at this point to make any decisions. I do feel they're thinking about if they keep going in this relationship, that they're going to have to make those decisions. But at the moment, they're very much in their head, but not committing. Does that make sense for you?
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
I feel like it's going to take a while. All right. I see like even like 6 to 12 more months of this, but I see you exhausted from doing this, and I see it starting to where you feel a little bit resentful about it. Like, why is it always me? Why can't you commit? Why can't we make a decision about this? And I honestly, I don't even feel like this is like it's a job or anything that is keeping this person there. Does that make sense?
Yes. Yes, it does.
Okay. They're just being stagnant about it. Well, just because they want to. I feel like this person really is an overthinker, and whether it works out to their benefit or to their detriment is always up and down for them. But they do like to think. I feel like you are flying a little bit more by the seat of your pants, where you're excited and you want to get going with everything. But I feel like there's a bit more laziness around them. Does that make sense?
Right.
Okay. Now, what was your other question? Do you have any more questions about this person and your relationship?
No, you've pretty much answered it, actually.
Okay.
I just wanted to know if it would work out in the future.
Okay. Yeah, I feel if you're prepared to make all the commitments there, right, and the sacrifices, then yes, I don't feel like they want you to move there. Certainly not at this stage, all right? I feel like there is maybe a little bit of smoke and mirrors around this person as well. Like there's half-truths. Does that make sense for you?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So you need to be asking a few more questions, not in an interrogating way, but, you know, like sort of find out, you know, not like, where were you last night? What were you doing? Not like that, but, you know, trying to find out where they see themselves with you in 6 months' time or in 12 months' time. I feel like they're not ready to make that commitment. They may have been a little bit of a player in the past, and maybe they're not prepared to give that up. You know, do you know if this person was a little bit of a ladies' man or anything in the past?
Right, yes. Yes, he was.
Okay, so I feel like he might not be wanting to give that up, and he may be doing a little bit of that with you. Okay, so if he is not wanting to commit, then you have to make the decision. There's nothing wrong with having a long distance relationship without a commitment or not having a monogamous relationship, but it's something that you both need to be aware of, and you both need to want that.
Okay.
All right. So if, I mean, I don't feel that that's what you want. However, that might be what this person wants. Okay. So you may need to get a little bit more clarity from them about everything. I feel like this person has an answer for everything as well. Like if you ask or say something, they've always got the right thing to say. Does that make sense?
Yes, yes, it does.
Okay, so, and I feel like he could make you believe anything. So be aware of that.
I'm not so sure about that because I know, you know, a little bit about his past. I don't know him that well. It's fairly new. But we continue to talk and text back and forth. And he's very non-committal on anything.
Yeah. Oh, look, I see that you're a pretty smart cookie, right? And you're pretty tuned in, but I don't feel like you've met anyone like him before. Okay. So my advice to you from Spirit is just ask questions, know where you stand, and make your decision based on his answers. And it's not just his answers, it's his actions as well. Okay. So it's got to be both. Whatever he says, it's got to follow through. Okay, I hope that's helped you. Bye.
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, enlightening television. Welcome. Time for Sacred Insights with Andrea Baker. Live from mindbodynourished.etsy.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Sacred Insight on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Sacred Insights. I'm your host, Andrea Bacon, and I hope you're all having a good day or evening whenever you're listening, and I hope you're having a good week so far, because this week was looking pretty good energetically. I was tuning into the energy, seeing about what messages wanted to come through for us today, and it's pretty overall positive. I've been picking up on this collective energy about this high vibrational, love is in the air right now type of vibe. It kind of just raises the energy, and when it also allows things to kind of unfold in a timely manner. So, you know, your goals, your manifestations, things that you're wanting to come in, there's like a support of, if no other reason than just this higher vibration around. Not to say that I know that there's a lot going on in the world, but just, you know, astrologically and everything, there's a lot of support for us. So it's good to be focusing on peace, inner peace, restoration, you know, restoring your energy, as well as making time to connect in with your guides and angels, to have that connection and being able to tune into your, you know, your next steps and any messages they want to bring through. But there's this overall strong message about relationships and healing relationships, or healing ones from the past, which is kind of talking about forgiveness, but it's also, some of you might be healing with some people, or just healing from some things that happened, you know, in the past. Some of you are going to be bringing in new relationships that are going to be leading to more commitment. You know, if that's something that you're wanting, something that you're looking for, and that type of thing. But this is because, like, I feel a lot of people taking the time to focus on your own healing and your own well-being. And so that's when the forgiveness was coming up. Okay. And it's talking about releasing the burdens from pain, releasing, you know, maybe hurt and resentment that you may have experienced or been carrying from that past stuff that was, you know, could be harder, could be some traumatic stuff, or just difficulties that you went through in a young age as well. But it's about you, not about the other person who hurt you, or not necessarily letting them back into your life as either, unless that is right for you. But really what it's about is letting go and kind of seeing things from a perspective, a higher perspective of healing, and a lot of releasing. You know, it's simply about putting burdens down from the past, letting that go, letting go of the past. And what it's doing is actually freeing up your energy, freeing up your time, your mental energy, so that you can bring in that commitment. If that's, you know, what you're wanting, or it does open the door for healing if that's what you're wanting. It's freeing up that energy. And there might be a few slight little things just to continue to work on when, you know, as far as this type of energy goes. So just seeing yourself in this beautiful bubble of light that is healing, possibly being around water and using that as a tool for releasing and cleansing, and a way to help let things go and allow things to be, and to really connect into that piece, because this is, like I said, really kind of a great time for bringing in more love, bringing in a more happiness and more peace, and healing from some things that you may have been carrying around. So that is, a really good message. And for some of you, if you're wanting to have that loving relationship coming in, that is what is going to really be able to help you do that and create prosperity in your life. So, okay, now we're going to go to a caller. Tiffany?
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So, what would you like to talk about today?
Kind of anything, career, health, relationship, family, anything.
Okay, let's see what's coming through here. I'm picking up on like this fiery energy, like in a good way, like transformative energy. I don't know if you're a fire sign, but I'm picking up on this, a lot of transformation for you right now. And I actually pulled the 10 of Cups for you, which is, it's talking about a lot of like your wish fulfillment, especially when it comes to matters of the home, matters of the heart, family relationships. Like there's, I don't know, I'm seeing a rainbow. I don't know if rainbow is significant to you or not, but they're showing me a rainbow and like cups pouring, like you have this cup that's just being filled. So it feels like a very abundant, loving time for you right now. There's some things that you may not be seeing, or in the past you weren't seeing them with relationships that were maybe less than desirable. And now I'm seeing kind of that transforming and changing for you. And I've got also some of these cards that I just now pulled also are talking about fire signs. So I don't know if somebody, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius is significant, but that's coming up in your reading as well. So do you have any questions at all about anything?
Yeah, I don't know where the fire sign would be. I'm a Capricorn and my whole family is Scorpions. So
okay.
My kids and husband.
Okay. So like creativity and passion is also, goes along with all that as well. So there was some disruption at some point. Like there was something that didn't get started or didn't get off the ground at some point for you. And I'm just seeing like things were stalled. Things were like not really formed, like they were newly developed and not really had grown into, this full blooming, allowing it to flourish. And it feels like either create something creative, something having to do, could be with work, but it is, it feels like that is coming something transforming for you. So that it has to do with work. And so there's this energy of like cutting out some things that weren't really, weren't really desirable, you weren't really preferring to continue going on, and focusing more on the things that were going to bring you joy. Does that resonate at all for you?
Yeah, somewhat. Mm-hmm. And there's nothing about like health or anything.
Oh, did you? Okay, look, did you want to know about health? Okay, let me see if I can see. Oh, I am getting like resting and is really important when it comes to that, and not overdoing it. Knowing your limits as far as needing to incorporate more rest.
Okay.
Let's see what else I can pick up. I do see that things are going to be moving into calmer waters, and when it comes to that, the energy of like sorrow is coming through, from the past, that kind of may have set off a little bit of stress and, contributed to any concerns that you had about health. But I'm seeing things moving when it comes to that area. I'm seeing things moving in the right direction when it comes to that area. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, there's this transforming, like I was picking up before, this transformative energy is going to help bring in more stability for you when it comes to, the concerns that you have about that.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm picking up on healing. I'm picking up on like stability mostly, but so it does look good. If you had concerns about that, that actually does look pretty good. Okay.
Okay. Well, that's great.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Well, thanks so much.
All right. Bye-bye. All right, everybody, that is going to do it for me. And I hope you have a wonderful week. If you want to get in touch with me, it's andrea.bacon444@gmail.com if you have any questions about any readings or any of my services. So thanks for joining us. Bye.
to A1R Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network, and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome. Time for Your Time to Shine with Julie Yeager-Walker. Julie Yeager-Walker. Live from Wings of Souls with Julie.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Your Time to Shine on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Your Time to Shine, a radio show designed to help you explore your own divine gifts. Good evening, everybody. Thank you so much for being here with me this evening. We are in Chinese New Year, the year of the wood dragon, and lots of fire with this new Chinese zodiac sign. I don't know if you have all been feeling it, but from the beginning of the year, I've been feeling it with all the different things that have been going on in the world, the volcanoes and the earthquakes. Seems like there's been more activity than normal. So there is, the fire sign, the dragon, which happens to be one of my spirit guides. I have a spirit guide that is a dragon, and he is fabulous. I love connecting with him and chatting with him. So welcome to the year of the dragon, and I'm looking forward to this year. Lots of changes, but lots of really good things too. So looking forward to seeing what is going to happen in this new year. And it's interesting that I picked some cards. I said, okay, what does my audience need to know tonight? And I got 3 cards. One, so I got these from my angel deck. And in a nutshell, the 3 cards that I picked for you all who are listening tonight is that you are the end of a cycle in your life, and it's now time to open to divine guidance to find out what your next step is. And then the third one was caution is warranted. You need to look deeper into this situation before proceeding. So, wow, some exciting things for some of you out there. With, new beginnings. When one door closes, another one opens, right? And you're on that edge of looking to see what it is next, that is your next step. And maybe the opportunity that you're thinking is coming to you, that is for you. You need to just stop and take a little harder look at it, as it looks like it could be the right thing for you, but feel into it. Is it really the right thing for you to do? Maybe it's timing, right? Maybe it is the situation that is right for you, but the divine timing is off. And that can make all the difference in the world of how a situation comes to you, how that situation plays out. It's really important that the divine timing is there, because if the divine timing isn't right, even though it's the perfect opportunity or the perfect situation, you might find that it doesn't go as smoothly or as easily as if you waited, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks, maybe a month, maybe a year, right? Whatever that looks like for you. So do take a look at what that opportunity is that's coming forth for you. So you may be asking right now, well, how do I know that these cards are for me, right? If it's resonating with you, if it's making the hair stand up on your arms, if you're feeling this little pinch in your gut, if you're just getting this overwhelming knowing feeling, then these cards are for you. These are signaling what it is that you need to do in knowing about what is the right opportunity for you. But knowing that your angels and your guides, your loved ones, creator, they're all here to help you and to guide you, right? You just need to be able to ask for the help that is needed at the time. And they'll show it to you, right? They'll show you what that roadmap is, what that sign is that you need to follow and take action on. And sometimes you're just going to know, right? Sometimes you just know, oh, I have to take action on this and it has to be now, right? Those are all of those gut intuitions that we all get. And it's important that when you get those, that you act on them, because especially if they keep coming back to your thought processes. Oh, I really should, send out that resume. And maybe a day goes by and you don't send it out and you're thinking about, wow, do I really want to do that? Right? But then you get that push. Hey, you should send that resume out. Okay, yeah, you're right. I really should probably send that resume out. It's been sitting on my desk now for a day, 2 days. Don't do it. And it comes up again. These are all signs, right? Just that feeling, that antsy feeling that you may get and saying, I really feel like I need to send this resume out. I don't know why, right? That is a sign. That is a pure sign that someone is tapping you on the shoulder saying, you really need to do this. It is in your best interest to do this. And that's how you know when it's a sign, because it will keep coming back to you. It will keep coming to the forefront of your thoughts, your feelings, maybe conversations that come up. They'll all be right there. And until you take action on it, it's going to keep coming back and keep coming back, right? It's just that little nudge that everybody is giving you, all your team on the other side is giving you, saying, hey, you need to do this. It's a good thing to do, right? So listen to those little nudges. I know you think, oh, it's just, that's just my head thinking that I need to do that. Well, it's possible. But if it was you or your head thinking about this, you would think about it once and it would go away. But if it keeps coming back, that's the sign that you need to listen to. Okay? So pretty exciting for some of you out there with new opportunities coming in, one door closing, another door opening, and, looking for those signs and asking for the guidance. So good luck out there. I know you guys are going to do great. It's exciting, could be scary sometimes when you have a door closing and another one opening. It could be huge opportunities. And sometimes we don't feel like we're ready for them. But believe me, somebody on the other side thinks that you are absolutely ready to do that and take the step. So take it. All right. We are going to head to the phone lines right now. We've got Jane in Sheffield, Ohio. Good evening, Jane, and welcome to Your Time to Shine.
Hello. Thank you for your time.
Well, thank you for calling in. What can we do for you this evening?
Well, I guess I was just wanting to know if maybe there was some messages or anything like that for me from the other side.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Let me tune in here just a moment. And as I do this, there'll just be a little moment of silence. And then I will be right back with you, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Jane, what I'm being shown is that your spiritual path is really starting to unfold for you. Your intuition, your insightfulness, it's like all of your senses are heightened, and you're starting to really open up and really start to understand all that's going on around you.
That makes sense.
Yeah, and so it feels like too, what they're showing me is that you're opening up to some healing. Let me see, hold on. That you're opening up to some healing modalities that are, you're thinking, I wonder what that's all about, right? It's like the child who is opening up to everything, and they're like, oh, I wonder what that is. I wonder what that is, right? So they're showing me that you're kind of opening up to all these different possibilities, and it's very exciting, and they're very excited that you're opening up to everything and you're questioning things, right? Questioning things in your own life, questioning things in general, like how does this all work, right? So as you open up more and more, you're going to be running into more and more people who are going to help you on this journey and help you on this path to answer some of those questions and to guide you into some of these great things that you're looking at.
Okay. That does make a lot of sense. This past year, I've been really going through it. Lost my oldest son last February, and it's been awful. And
I'm
before
so sorry.
that, I was thanks. Before that, I was under a massive amount of stress, working with my dad, and that's just been a whole nother issue. And it seemed like during that time that I was with my dad over there, it seemed like all of my intuitions and everything like that. I used to be real sharp. And I mean, I could hear the spirits when I was little and stuff. And it was going okay. And then, like, I guess I got overwhelmed with stress, and they all just started fading away. Mm-hmm. And then I walked away from that shop. I walked away from all of that. And then I started getting it back a little bit, and boom, I lost my son. And it's just gone. And it seemed like the other day, somebody reached out to me and delivered a message to me that couldn't be explained away. And it seemed like ever since then, I can feel myself trying to heal some.
Yes.
So when you mentioned the healing, it's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
Things might start coming back.
Absolutely, they will. Absolutely, they will. So when you're under a lot of stress like that, or you have a traumatic experience, both of those triggers actually can throw you into the realms of spirituality, right? When you start to open up to all the possibilities. And this just kind of happens, right? It's not anything that you say, oh, well, now I'm going to be open up to seeing and hearing spirit. No, it doesn't really, it can work that way. But more than usual, it's like when we've gone through something like that, right? And when you go through those experiences, know that you probably will kind of shut down because you're really trying to heal yourself and console yourself on a human level. And you're trying to figure it all out, right? You're trying to figure out what happened, why, and all of this, right? And as you start to come out of that peace, then that's when everything starts to open up again. And when it opens up again, it's like, wow, it really opens up. And so they're showing me this is exactly what's going on with you. Like when it comes back, it's going to be like one day you wake up and you go, whoa, wait a minute. What just happened? What light just went on? And so they're saying when that happens, embrace it. Just embrace it. And you are supposed to be doing light worker work. And your son on the other side is your biggest fan. I'm telling you right now. He's over there on the other side cheering you on and saying, oh, yes, let's do this. Let's do this together.
I was told before, I have a cousin in Missouri. He's a shaman. And he's pretty much told me exactly what you said. When you heal from this, it's going to be wonderful for you, and that I'll be able to touch many people, like thousands of people, in a positive way. And he's told me a couple of years ago that I'm a healer, and it's like I don't know what to do. And he's like, oh, it's not just laying hands on people and expecting them to be healed. He said it's different than that.
Yeah, it's very different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had to get that I could look into people's past with their permission. I had that. I still do, but it's like you said, shut down. And I guess that's a healer's gift. And I was learning how to do all that, and everything just challenging.
I'm hearing Akashic records. I'm hearing Akashic records. If you don't know anything about that, you might look into that and see if it rings a bell with you. But you need to take the time to be able to heal and to grieve. And as you do that, you are going to heal, and you're going to heal yourself. And as you heal yourself, then you can heal others, right? And it's so much more than like your cousin said, other than laying your hands on somebody. You can be that person just by being, right? By being in the room or speaking and talking to them. There's so many ways that we can heal people that, it's like the world is our oyster, right? There's just so many ways. And so I agree wholeheartedly. It's exactly what I'm being shown, is that you're going to be doing a lot of healing, not only for yourself, but for others as well. And you're going to be changing lives. And that's just an amazing feeling. Take it from me as a healer. It is a real amazing feeling to be able to do that and to help people in their lives.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. But you do need to take some time to be that human person and be able to grieve. And they're saying, don't worry, it's all going to come back. So don't get worried that none of this is going to come back to you, because it's going to come back and you're going to feel like it never really went away, which it didn't. It's just being quiet for right now. And then when you do, it's going to be game on. Let's go.
Oh no.
Well, when you have this, and it's like all of a sudden you got the sign that says open for business, you can't ever shut it off. So
oh my gosh, I know. I had something kick a door open on me right in the middle of dinner with my new sister-in-law, and that was interesting.
Yep, someone trying to get your attention, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you. Thank you so much.
You're so very welcome. The best to you.
Thank you.
All right. Next, we have Cheryl in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Sharon, I apologize for that.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm here.
How are you, Sharon?
I'm great.
Good. What can I do for you this evening?
Well, it just came all of a sudden. I was not expecting this. I thought, oh, somebody's reaching out. So maybe you can tell me. I'll let you just read because I really don't have any major questions. I think Spirit always knows what they need to do. So, or tell someone. So I don't really have questions yet.
Okay, perfect.
Well, I'll put it to you this way. I do, but it's all on a romantic level. It's not, it's crazy stuff. Anyway.
Okay. That's, you know what, and that's okay. I mean, you can ask those questions, most definitely. So let me tune in and see what Spirit has to say, and I'm gonna just take a moment of silence here to do that, and then I'll be right back with you.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Sharon, the first thing that I was seeing for you is you sitting and looking up at the stars and gazing at the stars. And I just kept hearing the song Wishing Upon a Star, right? And just having that look in your eye where everything is fantastic. You're doing a little daydreaming and you're just taking it all in, right? I feel like you are wishing upon a star, that you've got this little list, not very many things on your list they're showing me, but there's a few things that you're like, okay, let's do this. Let's get this out there. This is what I'm looking for right now. And then the next thing they showed me was two people holding hands, coming together. So, I'm not sure. They didn't show me. So I don't know if you have somebody in your life right now, or you have somebody coming into your life that you haven't met yet. But there's definitely something coming in with relationships and meeting somebody new, right? And taking that walk in life. Are there a couple things on your list that you're like, okay, this is my wish list. Let's get moving on this.
Well, I'm old, so I'll be 59 this year, so I've seen a lot. And so that's why I guess there's not a lot of things on my list, because I realize a lot of things aren't what they really are meant to seem to be in life, So
yeah,
there would be three things. Now, and I'll say this, and a lot of people may not agree with this, but it's a long story. I am married, but that has nothing to do with the other party the involvement. I actually stay in a separate room. I've been married since I've been 20, blah, blah, blah. I went through abuse. My parents died when I was young. I could go on and on about. I'm a Scorpio, so I know about transformation at the beginnings and the ends constantly happening to me all the time. But anyways, they're silly things. Well, one of them's not. I need to. I've already got my real estate license, and I feel scared to start that. It's costly, being that when you go into it a long periods of time, especially with nothing on the market and interest rates being higher, it's a difficult situation to do right now. But I'm a little bit paranoid about marketing on YouTube and all these crazy things that you have to do to get the business. But I need to do that. That would be one thing, be successful in that. The other thing would be there's this person that I know that I truly believe is my twin flame, and I would like to reconnect with that, which we did talk yesterday a little bit. He's in Florida right now, but anyway, I'm in North Carolina. His mail is still coming here, but I swear he's my twin flame. I love Virgos. Anyway, and the next thing is really superficial. I will be needing a new car because I commute a lot. I have a lot of mileage. I have a Mercedes now, but it's an older one. But I want a Genesis car, the sports one. And those are the only three things that I can think of. Everything else is good.
Yeah, that's fantastic. They were showing me that, there wasn't really that much on the list, right? There were just some things that you were looking, were looking to acquire and obtain. And so, they are recognizing that, right? So what they're saying is, yep, we see your list, we see that, and we're working on that for you, right? So, they're showing me that you just need to continue moving forward in the direction that you're going, because that is the direction, right? They're bringing me back to the cards that I pulled for the audience this evening. I don't know if you heard. I pulled 3 cards, and one is that you're at your end of a cycle in your life, right? So that whole thing of like when one door closes, another one opens. And they're also, they're saying, use your angels and your guides to help you bring in those things, right, that you're needing to do. And then they're also saying that, look closely at some of your fears with doing this with work. Okay, because that's really what they are, is they're just fears, and you can get past that, and you can get through that. Okay. So, Sharon, we are coming down to the last few seconds of our show. So I'm going to have to say goodnight, but I want to say thank you so much for calling in, and I hope this has been helpful.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome. All right, that does it for me, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening tonight. I wish you all a very good night. If you would like to get in touch with me and have a personal reading or healing session, please reach out to me at www.wingsofsoulswithjulie.com. Have a wonderful evening, everyone, and we'll see you next week.
Psychic Radio, Earth's #1 psychic radio network and watching Moonstruck TV, Enlightening Television. Welcome. Time for astrology and psychic readings with Lady D. Lady D. Live from LadyDPsychicParties.com. Connect direct. In North America, dial 888-454-2751. In London, 20-3519-2158. In Sydney, dial 02-8488-3147. Or online, contact us through our Facebook page, facebook.com/psychic radio. Or one of our websites, askoneradio.com or moonstruck.tv. This is Astrology and Psychic Reading on A1R, the Ask One Radio Network.
Hi everybody, welcome to Astrology and Psychic Readings with Lady D. I'm your host for the segment, Lady D. I hope you've all had an amazing week. It's been quite interesting with the planets that we've had this week. And moving forward, we are going through more interesting energies that's coming up. We are in Aquarius season. So next week we are going into Pisces as well. So when we've got coming up here for this week, we've got a lot of energy in Aquarius. We're going to have Venus is going to move into Aquarius. And a couple of days ago, we have felt the impact of having of Mars and Pluto had meeting up. And then this week on the 22nd, so for me, the 17th, which is tomorrow, we're going to have Venus meet up with Pluto. So with this energy that's coming up with Venus meeting up with Pluto, it can be a sense of, I feel like this can be a sense of maybe facing your fears to do with like financial or relationships. Venus is about relationships. It's about money as well. Pluto is like the phoenix. I always say it can deal with endings as well. It can deal with like transformation and transforming yourself too. It isn't an Aquarius, so it could be about detaching yourself from certain relationships or certain money issues that you've been having. I feel like there's going to be a lot of energy this week about detaching because we are dealing with a lot of Aquarius, and Aquarius, they are detaching. They detach themselves from situations. I am an Aquarian, and that's something that I do a lot too. We also have this week a square with Mercury and Uranus, so that's going to bring about some unexpected communication, even unexpected like thoughts that we may have as well this week. It may not be as positive, but at the same time, because we're in Aquarius energy, even though it's unexpected, we may not feel as shocked as we might have felt otherwise. So there could be unexpected things you might hear, but not even be as shocked by it, but just unusual or unexpected communication or things you may hear from someone, but not be shocked by it. We've also got for most of the week a square with the Venus, Mars to Jupiter. So this can sort of, I feel like, maybe pull us down a little bit. We do have a sextile that's happening all week with Jupiter and Saturn, and that's helping us to get through any issues that we have and capability of helping us bounce back. I feel like that's the way positive are going this week. On the 22nd, we do have a conjunction with Venus and Mars. So Venus is we've had Mars meet up with Pluto this week, but we just felt a bit angry or aggravated. Then we're going to have on the weekend Venus meet up with Pluto, and then Venus is going to meet up with Mars. So it's a bit of a tongue twister here. It's come up for like up and down. So with that, that's going to bring, I guess it might be a positive transit that can be a strength with either love, relationships, romance, or might give you the courage to go and either go after that job that you want to go after, or seek that pay rise, or give you the courage to ask that person out, or to say something you need to say to a person or to a partner, or it give you a thinking about perhaps if you're going to go online dating, giving you that courage confidence to do that. That can be a positive transit that can be coming up here on the 22nd, so it's my Thursday. We still have the conjunction with Chiron and the Node too. So I feel like this week it might be thinking about a bit like you're jumping through hoops, like you're trying to like dog paddle and just trying to get by. I feel like it's going to be a week of ups and downs. I feel like it's about being very irrational and very thinking of irrational thoughts and just thinking things out logically. and not being irrational. I feel like this week's about following things through, stick to what you know. It might not be about doing new things, but I feel like doing things that you're confident that you know you can do. I feel like there's going to be a sense of there's a sense of expanding your memory, or expanding your mind. I feel like it's going to be about thinking outside the box and not doing what's the normal. It's about being independent, about being an individual person, about thinking outside the box. I feel like there's a lot of questions about doing what your soul is yearning to do, or what it needs to do, whether that be going to the beach or going to nature, or playing a card game. I feel like there's something about doing something that makes you feel good to coming up this week as well too. But I feel like it is definitely a week of going up and down. So let's go to the caller. So we have Angela in Houston, Texas. So hi, Angela, how are you?
I'm well. How about you?
I'm good. How can I help you today?
Well, I just would like to have a general reading. See what you get.
Okay. Do you want it on like a particular on finances or love, or like a particular subject?
I'm sorry?
Did you want the reading on a particular subject, like a general reading, but did you want it on like relationships, or did you want it on romance, or did you want it like on money, work?
Yeah, career, money.
Okay.
Work, yeah.
Okay. I feel like I see you jumping over hurdles, but you're not getting over the hurdles completely. You're falling over some of them. So there's a sense of feeling flat. Okay. But I feel like you're trying your best. Do you have an office job, or do you talk on the phone a lot in your work? I see you.
No, I have an office. Oh, okay. I do work in an office.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I can see you like office but with the headset on. Okay. What's just the work that you're doing?
I'm sorry?
What's the work that you're doing? So what do you do? Like what's the sort of work that you're doing? Like administration?
I work for a law firm.
Okay. I know you're trying your best. I feel like everything's sort of switched on. I feel like it's going to get a lot of busy. Like there's a lot of work that's coming in for you. I feel like you're overworked, or the workload's going to be coming in fast. And I feel like we're coming into April, there's like no stopping of the workload or the work. I just feel like everything's expanding. I feel like it's getting busier. I feel like you're getting in a lot of like a sort of work, a lot of things that are coming in here as well. There is also money. I don't feel like you're going to be leaving there soon. I feel like you're kind of staying, but I'm also drawn to New York. So I don't know if it's a big company, or they've got offices in New York, or you've got to go to New York for some sort of business trip. But I am drawn to like a big city like New York, or some sort of big city is what I'm drawn to. I feel like that they're trying to establish. I just feel like you're under the pump. Are you like a PA, or you like a lawyer?
No, I am actually an administrator for the firm. I manage the lawyers' schedule and their calendars.
Okay, so like the PA. I just feel like you're getting busier. Like it's like stepping up here as well. Like it's a good thing. I feel like they are all looking to you. Like without you, I feel like this place is sort of crumbling. So it's up to you to get everything organized. But it's like you need another set of hands, or you need a bit of help here. But I feel like you are staying there. I don't feel like you're leaving just yet. I feel like there's a bit of period where you're thinking a bit stressed out here, but I feel like by September you're sort of getting over that, and it's like I feel like there is someone there. I feel like it's a male. He's sort of throwing a tantrum. I feel like he needs to stay calm. He needs to not like he's blaming you or blames people. Like he gets to figure out like this person is a bit of a hothead, and I feel like they need to just either take a step back or reassess. I just feel like maybe they need to just, I don't know, take a break. I just feel like they need to not finger point or be getting very angry. They need to somehow take a step back. You're also very creative. You're very creative in this job, so I feel like you're very resilient. Perhaps you're very good at problem solving. But I feel like there's a sense of, I keep on being drawn to like a big city like New York. Are you in a big city there, or do you have offices in New York?
No, actually, no. We have no connection to New York. I'm actually really thinking about that right now.
Oh, okay. So I don't know. But you're in a big city. Now where you are is a big city, though.
Yeah, it is.
So your office...
we're in a big city. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Okay, good. Because I keep on seeing like this big like city. I guess I'm being shown what I know, and because I haven't been to America, I didn't know. So I guess what I've seen on TV. I just feel like you are staying there. There is but I feel like what you do there is kind of office management anyway. But I feel like when your time is to move on from there, I do feel like there's a sense of being an office manager. So I feel like I feel like that is something you can do, and it might be you can step out of that law firm or the law area when you just choose to do that. But for now, I feel like I feel like I'm very grounded. Like I'm staying in that. But at the same time, it's just getting a lot busier. I feel like there is something about bonus. I just do feel like there's a bonus there, but it's like dangling the carrot in front of you. And sometimes it's like you're unable to reach the carrot, but they're doing it deliberately. Like they're pushy, very pushy there. I feel like it's pushy. But there's something about April coming up, and I feel like that's where it's going to get a bit pushy. There's also a sense of being a bit stuck, or you've been wanting to do something, but you have not been able to do what you wanted to do as well. Do you have any questions for me?
Well, yeah, I mean, you said something about moving into a different realm of work. Do you see me going somewhere else?
Yeah, I do see you stepping eventually when you choose, when how many more years has she got? Look, I feel like you have about one more year to go in this workplace. And then when you go, I do get still office manager, but you're stepping out of that realm. So you're stepping out of maybe the law and going into, but it's another office. But you are like an office manager, so looking after the office, looking after everything. The pay packet, I feel like it's like 60K or more substantial, but it's I don't know if 60K is good or bad where you are, because I know the pay rates are different from here to where you are. But I do feel like there's something else for you, but it's about like a year from now that I feel like.
Okay, do you see that happening soon?
So I feel like I was there for another year, and then after that, you're going to look at moving out. Or it could be one more month. I get one. So either 1 month, 1 week, 1 year. I kind of felt 1 year, but then moving out. Yeah. So I was getting a one, how long you're going to be in the current place. So I asked, and I got one. But I feel like 1 year, but it could be 1 week or one month. But I kind of felt 1 year. Then you'll move on. Okay. All right. Thank you for calling in today.
Thank you.
Okay. So everybody, thank you. And if you want to contact me, you can. My website is Lady D Psychic Parties. My Facebook page is Lady D Psychic Parties. And my Instagram and TikTok is Lady D as Psychic. And my YouTube channel is Lady D or Danielle Psychic. So thank you. And I'll see you same time, same place next week. So bye for now.
Marie readings, clairvoyant reader, and spiritual light trance medium. Tarot is used for spirit confirmation. She's been a spiritual reader for 30 years and would love to be able to bring accurate, clear, visionary readings for those who seek answers. Available online and phone. Call 320-455